I might just have to link that. That video, that one I like with the guy.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to the second half of our broadcast day. I am Blood Eagle, and you are watching Blood Eagle TV. How are you folks today? We are going to be doing a little bit something different this afternoon. Instead of playing some more Ark Survival Evolved, we are going to switch gears to something that is near and dear to all of us, which is Star Citizen. Star Citizen is the game I'm looking forward to. It's the game that so many of us are looking forward to.
It looks like
today is going to be.
You buy the package, but then you can play.
Yes,
that is correct. It is going to be their holiday stream is going to be today, and what we've decided to do is something a little bit different that I've never done before. I don't know if it's going to be good, or I don't know if it's going to be an absolute disaster. But what we're going to do is we are going to field a roundtable discussion about Star Citizen up until the point where the live stream actually starts. Then we are going to be commenting only during the boring parts where having technical difficulties or they push things back or nothing important is being talked about. During anything important, of course, we will shut our mouths and we will be all about the actual stream, just like you, watching it live together, sort of, ish. And yeah, so that's what we're going to be doing.
There was another game that was like that.
So what you're listening to right now is you're listening to people in Discord.
Not Guns of Icarus.
During our little bit of a discussion here about Star Citizen. So I'm going to go live to my computer here, and we're going to watch some, check out some stuff about Star Citizen. For those of you who've never seen it before or don't know what you're looking at.
But yeah, if you got in a space battle and somebody hit your ship wrong,
so
like if your engines go offline, your engineer has to go in and fix them.
About 30 minutes out before the live stream begins. The live stream is going to be probably a little bit late, like it always is. In the meantime, though, let's talk about Star Citizen and what it is.
This bandit has a hard-on for me. He's
so, Star Citizen. You're wondering what it is.
Just turn around.
So, Star Citizen is being developed as a... Instead of an MMO or anything of that nature, it is being built as a persistent universe. So, in an MMO, usually we end up messing around with a town or a small slice of a world, and you live your life and go from point A to point B in that little bit of an area, and level up as you get everything that you want to do taken care of. In Star Citizen, instead, what they're doing is they are creating a universe which will consist of 100 or more planets, and you will be able to start off as a citizen and work your way in whatever direction you want. So if you are the kind of guy that wants, or gal, for that matter, that likes to spend your time crafting, you can do that-ish. If you want to be a pirate, you can be a pirate. If you be a trucker, like a space trucker, you can do that. There are so many things that you can do, and it really opens it up to how you want to play. So, let me see here if we can go forward a little bit. So you actually will be able to be your own adventurer and kind of work your way along the ways that you feel about. You can combat, do exploration, there's trade. You can get the giant ships that are like giant truckers, space trucker ships, and you can load it full of cargo, move it from point A to point B. We're going to hit a quick little trailer real fast, just to kind of give you an idea of what Star Citizen is and how it works. So let me explain something to you about that video. That video was done by a fan of the game who created that entire trailer called Imagine. That trailer has become sort of the face of Star Citizen as far as us players go, and that's usually the first thing we show anybody. It gives you an idea of exactly what awaits for you in Star Citizen. You can pretty much take all of your little sci-fi dreams that you've had your entire life of flying or trading or going to other planets, and it gives you the ability to see that you can do just about anything you want to do. The really cool thing about it is not only if you're the type of person that likes, say, racing games, you can actually do racing in Star Citizen. If you're the type of person that fly and shoot up other ships, you can actually do that as well in like an arena setting. If you're the type of person that wants to just, ferry cargo from one place to another, they've got you covered. If you like FPS games, let's say that you are a huge fan of Call of Duty and you're a huge fan of Battlefield, those types of games, they have FPS combat. In fact, one of the things that we're waiting for to come out very shortly is actually the first-person combat shooter that's supposed to be part of it called Star Marine, and it should be coming out shortly. You really do have a lot of variety in this game. So we are getting closer and closer. Oh, I'm sorry, I missed one on one part. If you are the type of person that likes to play together with other people, and you enjoy doing you wish that you could fly a ship with other people. Let's say that you don't want to be the pilot, but you love playing the role of an engineer. You can actually serve aboard somebody else's ship because they do have what's called multi-crew ships in the game. And you can actually be the engineer of the ship, or you could be the navigation specialist. You could be a gunner and sit inside of a large turret shooting at other people that are coming after you. You have so many options, things that you could do. And it's not just going to be static. It's not going to be, hey, I'm an engineer, so my job is to sit here and stare at this console. As you're flying through space, as you are completing missions, you're going to get shot. And, transistors are going to blow and cables are going to snap, and you're going to have issues as an engineer. You have to run around and you have to replace components and you have to fix things that are going wrong and keep the engines running. There may be a power specialist, and that power specialist job might be to take the power from the engines and put it to the weapons, move them from the weapons to the shields, or kind of push it to a different place. There are so many things that you can do in this game that you would not even begin to imagine. So now we're going to go to our round table as we sit here slowly, waiting for the stream to happen. Sev, what do you think they're going to show today in today's live stream?
Hopefully the vertical slice of that first episode of Squadron 42.
Ooh, that would be good.
And finally figure out exactly what concept ship they're talking about.
I heard from another friend of mine who's also a big Star Citizen guy named Sumta. He said he believes that possibly the concept ship is going to be a one-wheeled version possibly of the Dragonfly. Like a ground vehicle with a large wheel.
Really?
Yeah, he was telling me that the name that they've chosen is the Apopa.
Nox?
Is also translated to mean Xain, Xain, and that is something with a one-wheeled vehicle or something. I wish he was around watching because I'd ask him his opinion on it because he could probably take you down a better path than I can.
Well, that doesn't mean anything.
So it could be exciting. I know some people have maybe said the Hoplite might be the one that they announce. I mean, so we definitely have a bunch of different directions that we can go.
Well, they came out with that story talking about open canopy racing.
Yeah.
They mentioned the three the manufacturers of open canopy racers, and they alluded to the Dragonfly and then the Nox. So the Nox has to be either Origin or the Asperia Alien Tech one.
I don't know. Nox sounds Origin to me. It really does. So coming out soon, we should be to the point where we will be able to check out the new flight slowdown, speed slowdown, that has been in testing for a couple of months now. And we may end up getting to the point where we are going to be able to play some Star Marine, as well as waiting for some new ships. We've got the Herald that's coming out, is an info runner, pretty much a seat on top of two giant engines. And that's about it. It's two really, really large engines with a tiny little canopy up front. And it's one of those types of vehicles or types of ships that only a mother could love. Because my God, is it ugly. Also, we've got one of my ships that I've been waiting for a really long time to come out. We have got the Caterpillar, which I'm really, really looking forward to. That sucker is super long, very asymmetric, which I'm a person who loves symmetry, so I'm still not exactly sure how I'm going to be doing with that when I get this nice long ship. In fact, let me go ahead and bring up the Caterpillar and the Herald for you folks to see. Let's see, we got a picture of the Herald somewhere here. Hardest part's trying to find new pictures, not the old pictures. Let's go with this one right here. So, as you can see, that thing has one just really, really large... You know what it reminds me of? It kind of reminds me of like a tick, maybe. A tiny little head and big fat body. You know what I mean? With that large rear engine, it kind of looks like a fat tick. And then it's just got that little itty bitty. Oh wait. See, I didn't think I'd be able to go live today. I haven't gotten so Avalon just got an email from CIG that says we had hoped to be able to go live today, but there's still some final UI elements that need to be finished out, and we still have a few serious bugs being tracked down and fixed. We're circling a PTU candidate, which will go live, or which will go to the Evocati later today, and if this is successful, we'll be pushing it out to a wider PTU test over the weekend, so we aren't too far off. Now, that's to the PTU. Still is not live to everyone else. So we're looking at more like a 23rd release, which is just before the Christmas break for everybody, which means if anything goes wrong, then everybody's going to be screwed because the servers are going to be going crazy over Christmas. I really, really do wish that they would quit releasing these patches just before major holidays. I really do. I mean, if what they have now is relatively stable, just go ahead and keep it and let it subsist until the holiday's over and you guys are back at work. Then let it out. That way, if anything goes wrong, you're there to kind of grab a hold of it and fix everything.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't work for CIG, therefore I don't make those kind of decisions. Next, we go to the Caterpillar, one of my babies. I'll show you the picture of what it used to look like. And no Squadron 42 slice. Sorry, Sev.
It was a long shot. We all knew it.
Isn't it always? Okay, so here is the original Caterpillar. This is what they had told us it was going to look like. So the way it was supposed to work, a bunch of big old engines out back. This piloting module right here was supposed to be able to detach and fly on its own. Over here on this side, you were supposed to have a tractor beam that could put everything into the modules. And as you can see these modules right here, there was 1, 2, 3, 4, and then one up front was a 5th module. So you could switch out these 5 modules on the Caterpillar to be able to make this ship very, very versatile and be able to do many different things with it. So you were going to be able to have hospital modules and salvage modules and cargo modules, like barracks modules for, marine deployment. So they wanted to do many different things. Now, the ship as it was before has now changed from what it was to what it is now. Yeah, that's actually, Avalon, that's actually in the CIG4. I'm looking for a picture of the new Caterpillar. Where do I find a picture of the new Caterpillar?
I'll just bring up the video.
I guess I could, couldn't I? Now I gotta just find the video. Let's see if I can find that for you quick. So let's give you a little bit of a taste of the ships of 2.6.
The Caterpillar was one of the very earliest pledge ships we did in 2012 during the initial Kickstarter campaign. We started off with the base 5 ships that were how we imagined playing the game. We based them largely on Wing Commander and Privateer, kind of the different ship types. There was, a multi-crew ship, a fighter, a transport, explorer, that sort of thing. Midway through the campaign, we were hitting our goals, and we knew we were going to do other ships, more than just these base 5. So it's one of the Kickstarter goals in the original Kickstarter. There were these sub goals that would unlock different ship classes. One of them was the M50 Racer, one of them was the Javelin Destroyer, and one of them was the Caterpillar. We called it a fighting transport or a pirate transport at the time.
The Caterpillar, it is an interesting ship because it's one of the first ships designed around pure modularity. So the whole front of the ship has 4 modules that in time we'll be able to replace with, from what we have now, which is cargo modules, to maybe an additional habitation module for more crew, or weapon modules that carry missiles. So we have the opportunity to really customize this ship from a player standpoint. The interior spaces as a whole. So this is the first ship where you can really do that. The Retaliator, you can do it with 2 spaces. Caterpillar, 4 spaces. So it's a lot more to players for players to play with. It's also a pretty humongous ship. When it was first pitched, I believe it was pitched as sort of the evil twin brother of the Freelancer. But players will know that the Freelancer is a lot smaller than the Caterpillar.
Okay, now you get to see what the Caterpillar actually is.
Necessities for this ship specifically, it ended up growing in size tremendously. At this point, it's longer than a Starfarer. Surface area wise, it's not as big as a Starfarer because a Starfarer is a lot taller and a lot fatter, but it's actually longer than a Starfarer. So it's 50% longer than a Retaliator or a Constellation. It's got 2 floors, it's got 2 observation decks, 2 habitations, one in the command module, one in the main body. It's a big ship. It's a really big ship. It's the biggest ship we've done in LA.
So I inherited the Caterpillar after it had already gone through all of its early concept stages, where it was pretty set in on what it looked like, what it was for. And so my task was more about getting the interior laid out, getting the thruster placements figured out, and driving the implementation of it. I mean, the Caterpillar went through many, many iterations of determining what the inside would look like, how we would balance all of its mass, how we were going to balance its thruster placement. We also, part of the problem with the Caterpillar is that because its focus is versatility, its design page was just kept going. So we had to really pare down what features it was going to actually contain. That was part of my job, was to pick and choose, cherry pick the really good, juicy bits to focus in on for the Caterpillar. The Caterpillar can carry smaller ships. It is intended for it to be able to carry dragonflies. We have the cargo system has elements in it that allows us to tune how well a ship can carry other ships. So as far as turning this into a carrier, there are more ships than just the Dragonfly that fit into it, but there's a lot of consequences to just letting you fill it up with hundreds of those things. It's meant to operate.
That is a beautiful ship. So that is the Caterpillar.
I'm working on the 85X. It's a snub ship that you get when you buy the 890 Jump. Comes with it for free. It was given to me as a 3D blockout model, concept model. I've been working on it to getting it to like a game-ready state. This is currently the first Origin ship that we are doing in the rebuild of older ships, for example. So that involves laying down the guidelines for what kind of surfacing materials. It's supposed to be like a space BMW. So in that sense, we're going for like high glossy materials, very neat, very clean, long, smooth, sweeping curves. And because we're essentially redefining what the Origin ship line is with this ship, we're essentially making everything from scratch. New materials, we're not reusing any materials, new detail sheets, all those kinds of things, different style for lights. All those things are involved in just making what makes Origin Origin, so that when you look at an Origin ship, you can say, yep, that's an Origin ship.
So I've been working with Paul DeLessie on this ship, and I've been in charge of the cockpit and the interior. So when we were looking at this ship, we were looking towards futuristic cars, sports car interiors, trying to make it look as sleek as possible.
We are 5 minutes away.
Some of our ships are more kind of battle ready. This thing here is supposed to be as sleek as possible. Kind of getting away with metal surfaces, getting that kind of nice carbon fibers and plastics and high-tech materials in there, and making it as shiny as possible.
And that was it.
Herald is a
685.
data-running ship. It transports data through the cosmos, whether illicit data or legitimate data. It's also a science exploration vehicle. To prepare for this ship, we did a company profile for all the Drake line, so it's base profile on materials that are used for the ships, what their methodology is, who their target audience is, how much they're supposed to cost, stuff like that.
The guy always sounds stoned.
Influence what, how, and how the ship's supposed to feel, look, it's put together, manufacture type, stuff like that. All the good nerdy little bits that make it believable is where we start. And it's like the company profile style guide that we use for the ship. So in tandem with another set of artists that we're working on another Drake ship, we both shared assets back and forth together to make sure that the ships look like they come from the same factory. Keeps the ships looking consistent. If Elwin's stealing from me and I'm stealing from Elwin, then the ships look like they're coming from same factory, and you won't have any weird glaring differences in the ships. So out of all the ships that we've done so far, using the Drake profile would be the Herald and also the Caterpillar and the up-and-coming Cutlass. The players that are going to tend to gravitate towards this ship are people who want to explore, be the first one out, people who like to make maps in those areas, the unexplored territories. There's some financial incentive there. Science runners, they're going to be able to make money running data for people, companies, groups, their own data that they found. It's not a ship you're going to just go murder people with, so it's equipped with things to get away from being murdered. So people like, you know, the sly, roguish type that are science inclined, I'd say would gravitate towards this ship.
So those are the 3 ships of 2.6. Those are the 3 ships that will be coming out along with all of the ships that have already come out thus far. So we are looking forward to starting up here in about maybe 2 minutes, if we are really, really lucky. I will almost, beyond a shadow of a doubt, bet you that it's going to be technical difficulty back a tiny bit, because it always is. If it does happen, then we will switch to a little bit of Star Marine footage so you guys can see that as well. What live report, Evelyn? Speaking of. Okay, so we're right here just a moment. So, for those of you just joining us, we have confirmation that even though CIG wanted to be able to put out 2.6 today, they are not going to be able to go live, and unfortunately they have some UI elements and some large blockers they need to fix. Once they've done that, they are attempting maybe to put out an EvoCaudi PTU candidate today, and if that's successful, maybe push it out to the wider PTU test over the weekend. So there is still hope that you may, if you want to download the game a second time. What ships does 2.6 have more than those 3? All I knew of was the X80 or the 85X, the Herald, and the Cat. Sev, do you know of any other ships being released in 2.6?
The Hoplite.
Oh, the Hoplite.
Maybe the Misk racing ship.
What Misk racing ship? I haven't gone through this report yet, Evelyn, sorry. Have not had a chance. So it is 2 o'clock, and which means it is 11 a.m. Pacific Standard, which means right about now we should be going live with video, and we're looking at a black screen. What I'm going to do is I'm going to move that over to one of my other monitors. That way I can bring you to the moment that it comes up. And meanwhile, we will look at a little bit of Star Marine. You're asking what Star Marine is? Star Marine is your sci-fi edition of games like Call of Duty and Quake, Unreal Tournament, Battlefield, except for all in the Star Citizen universe.
Five, 4, 3, 2, 1. Begin.
So what you're looking at right now is you're looking at a preview version of Star Marine. As you can see, everybody's wearing spacesuits. The reason why is because you can shoot out the windows of the space station. You can go out into space and EVA. So everybody's wearing helmets in first-person mode. You actually get to see, depending on what type of armor you have on, you can actually see the different types of blockers to your vision. You also have on-screen HUDs in your spacesuit, or in your visor, to be able to see what's going on around you.
Accessing control point.
As you can see, is a capture the point type of game.
Accessing control point.
There will be more modes as they come out.
Accessing control point. Control point gained.
Oh, I'm hearing that they are live on YouTube. I'm going to pause this for now.
Point gained.
Still nothing on Avalon. Can you please give the YouTube link? I thought they were going on Twitch today. Star Citizen. Okay, we are going live to YouTube. Go ahead and link it. You need it. And we're not that live. We are just live enough to see the logo. Eee. Okay, so we're back to the Star Marine video real quick.
Same thing with Twitch at the logo.
Hey, Grumpy. Okay, so while we're looking at the logo, we're going to go back to the Star Marine video and see what's going on there. Luckily enough, there's no actual commentary here, so it's very easy for me to tell you guys what's going on. So as you can see in the visor of this guy, there's a radar there in the center, and then you've got your character vital signs over on the left, and your ammo and everything over on the right. You can shoot out the windows of the space station. You are able to EVA out and be able to aim and shoot while you're in EVA.
Control point gained.
Thank you for that, First Emperor. Oh, we're good.
They look stoned.
Hello.
So we are now live.
Star Citizens Holiday Live Stream. I'm Sandy Gardner. I'm Sandy Gardner, and director is game director Chris Roberts. Look at your shirt. You did wear that last time.
I did wear happy holidays, everyone. Happy holidays, everyone. This live stream has become a bit of a tradition for us. Chance to show off a few end of the year surprises and tidbits.
It is, and as well as a great opportunity for our studios to let off a bit of steam after a year of hard work.
Yep, that's right. So we're going to settle which team is best once and for all with a friendly head-to-head competition between our Europe and American studios for the RSI Cup.
Very cool, and before that happens, there's plenty of behind-the-scenes exclusives to share, like the grand unveiling of the latest from MISC. And Chris and Tony will be discussing the most recent AI developments for Squadron 42 and the Persistent Universe.
Yeah, we'll be very short in our discussion of that. Not really. So first up, though, the dev team has been putting a ton of effort into expanding Star Citizen's gameplay with Alpha 2.6. Excited by the new content, a few of them have gotten together to show off what's possible once you get into the verse.
To tell us more, here is Technical Director Sean Tracy.
Is their voice off a little bit for you?
Yes, mate, yeah.
Okay, not just me then.
This guy doesn't know that he's being filmed.
Thank you for hosting us on our quest for ultimate power.
And we have no mic. Anybody go to read lips?
Sean.
John, stop talking. Nobody could hear you.
I can hear it, but it's very faint.
And really, it kind of comes down to two different types of emergent gameplay. We've got intentional emergence, which is, we've made the cargo bays on the ship.
We should do like old MST3K and like put words in his mouth for him.
And of course, we fix bugs and everything around that. So we expect that you guys do these kind of things. Of course, sometimes we don't expect that you kind of move the Merlin in such a way so that it can actually get inside some of these cargo bays. But then we also have these unintentional emergence. And one of those is we've seen this a lot on the live streams where the live streamers like to do something called the Big Benny's run. So that's an example of sort of the unintentional emergence. So what we want to show you in this capture is all the things that can happen while you're playing in the verse and all of the new stuff that comes along with 2.6. Now, before we go to that video, I want to make very sure to thank each one of the people that actually helped us with this because it is a difficult thing when you're capturing 10 or 12 different players actually going through an actual gameplay scenario or anything like that. So big thanks to Andrew Hernando, Nighthawk, Colby Schneider, Vincent Sinatra, Stoutman, Eric Pietro, Billy Deltron, Jared Huckabee, of course, Tyler Tummelson, Michael Blackard, and Jason Cobb. And finally, thanks a lot to Tyler Whitkin, who plays a big part in this video. So without further ado, I hope you guys enjoy the rest of the live stream, and happy holidays.
Hopefully they'll fix his mic.
All right, guys, thanks for joining me. Who's online right now?
I am.
Pro's here. All right, I'm getting some armor. I need everybody to get set up, get your armor, get your weapons, and meet us down in the middle of ship selection, okay?
All right, you got it.
Hey, Colby. Oh, dang, that's that new Star Marine armor, huh?
You like that?
Dude, that is... I'm still rocking the Odyssey armor. I'm an old-fashioned guy.
That's good, too.
Eric, what are you doing right now?
Oh, getting my armor.
Is it the new stuff?
Yeah. Star Marine medium armor.
How's it look, man?
Looks great.
All right, we'll meet you out front, Garrity. Oh, that is nice. What emote here? What emote is that right there? I don't know what emote that is. So let's go pick Michael up. Hey, Michael, we're coming for you. Where you at?
I'm buying a gun.
All right, well, we're right outside Livefire. We'll meet you outside.
I'm arguing with this merchant over here because he sold me this gun and it was defective. So now I'm trying to convince him to give me a new weapon, but he's not. He's being a jerk. So he's not even talking to me either.
You know that's an NPC, right?
What?
All right. Come on. So, guys, what happened? Last night, I'm talking to Tyler. I'm bragging about our collection because we've been building up quite a collection aboard my Caterpillar. And he's like, well, quite a collection? Well, why don't I come and take it? And I said, well, maybe you should. And he said, well, maybe I will. And so now we've agreed to meet up at Kovalex and fight over it. So
we're going to kill him, right?
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
Okay.
But I'm going to need you guys to pick up escorts.
Selection confirmed.
This might be good.
So obviously I'm flying the Caterpillar. One of you, Colby, what are you going to fly?
Valiant.
Valiant. How about you, Michael?
I'm going to go with the Renegade.
Renegade.
It's the blue. I'm in love with the blue.
Nice. How about you, Eric?
The Vanguard Hoplite.
Also, I already talked to Randy. He's going to bring some mercenaries for us. So Randy's going to hook us up. They're going to ride shotgun in my Caterpillar here.
Sure about that?
Well, just in case he gets past you guys. Dude, have you guys seen the Caterpillar yet? It's probably my favorite ship. I'm not gonna. I know I sound like a salesperson here, but I mean I'm a fan of those Philip K.
Get ready, blood.
Futures.
Yeah, I'm a little excited.
It's a ship after my own heart.
Of course, I'm sure everybody understands this is scripted.
I think the Valiants. Look at that. Oh, so nice.
The Valiant's a nice looking ship.
Here. Something a little better. Getting my ship too.
I'm also getting my ship. It's about time.
All right.
These guys.
My friends.
Still not a fan of the cockpit of the of the Caterpillar, but I'll live with it, I'm sure.
All right, guys, watch this takeoff. Ready? I'm doing this takeoff. Here we go. Let's see if I can do
Don't
this.
crash it again, Jared.
No, I've done this successfully no times, but I feel confident about this time. Come
Whoa,
on,
that's-
come on.
That's pretty cool.
That's quite a takeoff.
See?
Dude, I did it.
There we go.
Same here, does that thing seem a lot
Just
faster than
wanted
you
to cry
expect?
Asteroid 262 and then jump from there to Kovalex.
Roger. Sounds good.
Should be clear sailing from here.
You can't fault the graphics, can you?
All right, gents,
No.
who's online?
I'm online.
All right,
here.
listen, I was talking to Jared yesterday, and he's claiming he's got a Caterpillar filled with loot. To be completely honest with you, I think he's full of shit, but I don't care either way because I think it's an opportunity for us to kick some ass. What do you say?
Hell yeah.
I'm down.
Bust up, Jared.
Let's steal it.
I'm in.
All right, get geared up. Meet me at the bar.
No problem. I'm already down here. I'm arguing with some Rangers
asshole
fan.
bartender.
You're always getting fights, guys.
All right, stop
Serious
messing
business.
around, guys.
All
Let's
right,
get, let's
all
get
right,
going.
all right.
Let's get going.
So, what's the thing about Jared?
So he's got a Caterpillar. He claims it's filled with loot. I don't really know if that's true, but I don't really care.
Give me some getting some new armor here.
So we should blow it up.
Go with the heavy.
Well, we could blow it up, but that seems a little bit too easy. Wouldn't it be a little more fun if we could take it from him?
Yeah,
I'm
down
let's
for
do
stealing.
that.
I mean, the
Nice
guy's
laser
been
rifle.
bragging about his Caterpillar all week. Claims it's filled with loot, so we'll find out. But, I mean, honestly, if it's not, it's a good opportunity to shame him. What do you say?
Let's do it.
So loot or no loot?
What's up, guys?
Loot or no loot?
Slash
Let's
flex.
just shame him.
Good. You put on
Take it
some
all.
weight.
Hey, I am not fat.
All right, let's get geared up and head out. All right, I'm gonna take the Cutlass. Which one you guys flying?
I got the wildfire.
I'm gonna take the Scout.
Let's do
Armor.
I got a few things coming, guys. I don't want to spoil it quite yet, but let's just say there's a little bit of a Warlock surprise coming.
So
Move on me. Watch out for the asteroids.
You might want to take that advice yourself there.
I don't know what you're talking about.
So the new Outlaw armor looks pretty good.
All right, guys, this is too quiet. Tyler's going to be here any minute. Michael, Colby, Eric, let's get
Hey
into
guys,
positions, man.
first we're in your voice channel, next we're in the Caterpillar.
Hey, buddy.
Let's scramble, everybody.
Move on me, move on me, move on me.
I get out of here before.
I've got the Valiant.
Surprise, mother!
What? What was that?
Engines are down.
man,
Take it out.
Warlock. I'm down, guys. Cover me,
here with that. I can
please.
shoot at
Guys,
this
I don't
guy.
want to lose everything.
No. I'm going for the
Guys,
Caterpillar
not
turret.
handle this.
Guys, focus on red one.
Hey, you did not just say red one.
Stop shooting red
Hold
one.
on, I got this.
Jared, red one, yeah.
Leave red one alone.
Primary target right there.
That hurt.
Take him out. I'm the guys to shoot.
Yes, fight around the station. Stop fighting around my Caterpillar.
People to shoot. They keep dying. Yeah, shields are low. Shields are low.
I got nobody to cover me.
Shields are low.
I'm taking crossfire.
Nobody's covering me. I
I don't
guess
have
that's.
control.
Thanks,
Yo,
guys.
Andrew, check your six. Somebody save me. Yep. No.
Hey,
I think
hey,
I'm out
same,
of this
same
fight.
team here.
Stop fighting around.
Easy, take
I
out
got
all
this.
turrets.
Colby, that looked like that hurt.
Yeah,
Vince,
I'm
I
done
told you,
for.
same team.
No,
Same team.
Vince, I ran out of targets from the other team.
Vince,
turn it off.
They're shooting their own guys.
Yeah, you can stop.
Oh, no, I
Vince,
can't.
Vince,
I'm with you.
The
Vince,
scouts
Jared,
and
Jared,
shooting.
out of there.
Take out the
Colby, are you
Vince.
down?
I'm already out.
Don't give him the
Eric,
stuff.
you
No, he's
down?
not going anywhere. He's not going anywhere. I got
I
this.
got no help from
Michael,
you
you down?
guys.
Take out the engines.
What about the
Oh,
Warlock?
right.
Can we get another one?
No, he's down. He's down.
Jared, no. Jared, no.
You're not gonna catch me.
No, you're not going anywhere.
You'll never catch me.
I got it, right?
Just
You know that?
feel.
Can't get away from us now.
I'm going. Whoa! I've lost control.
No, yep,
What's
that's what
going
happens.
on?
You have
Jared
no
for you.
engines. Yeah, there you go.
Oh, my beautiful ship.
So much for the
buddy.
backup.
All right, boys, you ready to finish this?
Let's nope, still respawning.
Shut up, newbie.
Maybe you should go get your eyes checked.
A little death does you good.
Now, honestly, Jared, I think we're done, man. I think we're probably gonna log out for the night. But thanks for inviting us to this, man. It was a good time.
Tyler, I can see you guys flying over the cockpit of my ship.
he got us.
Listen,
Oh.
honestly, we
Yeah, we
just
probably
want to
should
check
have
out the
been on the other
Caterpillar before we
side.
log off. The thing's sweet, man. You were right, totally.
Guys, I was full of crap. There's nothing on board. Go home. Go home, everybody.
All right, let's get
It's not
real.
about
It
the
was
cargo.
never about the loot. It was about the justice.
In position.
Get on bay two. Get on bay two.
Ready? Let's do this. Moving forward. Sweep on in.
Stick close.
Check your corners.
Let's hold at the door.
Ready?
Vince, I hope you die.
Go ahead.
Moving
follow you.
forward.
Follow you.
Looks clear so far.
Balcony on the right.
I got him. Yep. Oh, there's two up there. There's two of them up
on
there.
The ladder. There's two by the ladder. Oh, I gotta step back. I gotta reload.
Come on now, let him have it. Shoot him, shoot him, shoot him, shoot him.
The
shoot
guy
him.
on the right is still up.
Somebody kill him.
No, there's another guy behind the guy on the ladder.
You guys should totally watch your back.
Jared, you asked for this.
Zimmy, are these guys all fire like stormtroopers?
Let him,
Oh, they seem like very crack shots.
Take him out.
Ammo, stop.
All right. I think we got him.
Let's keep moving. Jared acting like he's got tricks up his sleeves. Hey, go ahead and move it.
Oh shit!
Back up,
Wait,
back up,
it's
back
an
up,
ambush.
back up.
Back up.
Hey, catch.
Oh, that got him. That got him.
Nice.
Sweet. Move on in.
Vinny, stay right. There. All right, Vinny, go right. I'm gonna stay left.
All right, I'm going to the bridge.
All gone.
Hey, Vinny, you find him first. Do me a favor. Teach him a lesson.
Oh, with pleasure. Hi, Jared.
Hey, Vince. Want to know what I think of you?
And that's what I think of you.
Did you get him?
Oh yeah. Sweet.
That would have been a lot.
Honestly, I don't even care that the place is empty. I really don't. It
Yeah,
was
no, I'm
worth
not really
it
seeing
just to
anything.
get the kill.
It would have gone a lot faster if I was there.
No, I think we're keeping the Caterpillar.
What?
What?
Jared, did you collect like every Benny's in the verse?
Well, who's hungry?
Hey, welcome back. So I hope your little trip in the verse with our community and team members was pretty exciting. Pretty
That
fun.
was
I
pretty
hope
good, though.
You
Yeah.
saw some of the,
Being able to
some of the
land
new
into someone's
features
ship
that are
and
coming
roll it.
along with Star Marine, as well as benefiting the persistent universe. So one of the major things that we saw within there was some of the new character models. So
Yeah.
these are some of the new character models coming online with.
There's some of your
Star
money
Marine,
being
the
spent
modular
on that
armor.
lovely
Yep.
sofa.
So we have our new light, medium Marines. So both of those.
Yep.
And then the cool thing about that is it's not just in, it's part of 2.6, but it's also going to be in Star Marine as well, where we're really focusing on those.
Okay, cool. What was some of the hardest things you think that came up while you guys were making these?
One thing that we started to do with them is, and you'll see this in Star Marine, is we actually swap all the heads. And so this is kind of a preview of what we're going to be doing with characters. We'll be able to swap out the heads, we'll be able to swap out the armor modularity, so you'll be able to put on different pieces from other ones. The slavers actually use, the bad guys use bits of the Marine as well. So that's kind of peeking at how we're going to be able to mix and match between all the different kinds of armor.
Yeah, and we're in progress and heavy marine,
Yep.
right? And we got a bunch of other stuff, sort of character pipelines ramped up, and we've gotten some really great new character artists on the team. So I think
Yeah,
there's
it's
going to be
going-
some cool stuff
Yeah,
coming
we have
down
a
the
lot
road
of
as
stuff in
well.
progress, and I think we're all looking forward to. I mean, this is our first time for a little while putting new armors and new stuff in the PU. So now you
Yeah.
have some new stuff in the shop, which is exciting.
Yeah.
And it's just going to be more of that.
Yeah, and it was a question mark whether to get rid of the old stuff, right? Yeah. But actually, it was, I think, a really good call from Chris. Some of the people
Thank you,
really
bud.
like those old helmets. They like the, I
What's
say
that?
old helmets. I mean, they've only been
The
around
Misk Racer.
a couple months,
yeah.
But, you know, like the
yeah.
outlaw helmets and all the old ones. So
Well-
I really wanted to just delete them all, put the new ones in, but
Well, I think, we'll definitely do, with some of the old stuff, we'll go back and kind of done like we've done on ships, where
Yeah, we'll
we'll
update
bring
it,
up
right?
the old
Yeah.
models to the current standard, because we have a complete new shader we use for the characters. It's more efficient, allows more flexibility, and we've also been sort of pushing the character fidelity in the modeling, so that's sort of really ramped up over this past year as we built the team up.
Yeah, we
and
want to bring
Josh
everything up
has
to the same level.
come aboard.
Right.
Yeah.
So, but we should definitely, we'll go back and sort of revisit some of the old outlaw stuff and bring them up to the current standard. Because there's some pretty cool designs. It's just
Yeah.
a matter of, they just need to come into 2016 and 17.
Yeah, exactly. And I think one of the good things to mention, just on the immersion and fidelity front, is that we're doing a lot of facial animation now contextual based on the activity of the player, which is super cool. It was something that I saw a long time ago in Battlefield. They kind of had one or two. They had little idle, and then when you fired, he would just get all angry. But we've got a lot more kind of emotional states within there, right? We've got some injured states now. We've got sleeping. We've got, you know, now when the guys die, they actually close their eyes, you know, and you can check some other games because not every game does that.
Right.
So I think it's exciting to be contextual based on.
And
what
we're
he's
going
doing.
to push it further. And I think also it's going to lay the groundwork for some stuff that we'll show next year that's going to be very cool.
Yeah.
Tease you, but we're all quite excited. But we're sort of building all in the ability to have the faces. We've talked about the character and the sort of facial tech and the ability to have a unified rig. So you can have all these different faces and drive it from one rig.
Yeah, and this is always what we said would be that first step of selecting the face. So you would just get your facial selection first, and then once we want to get a little crazier with it, we'll end up putting the customization and everything on top of that, which will be,
And then,
again, very
the other thing in what we just saw, which is I find kind of great, is some of the new ships, right? The Caterpillar.
Yeah, absolutely.
Elwyn and his team did an amazing job building that out. I mean, that's the Starfarer previously was sort of our biggest ship. I think volume-wise, the Starfarer and the Caterpillar probably match each other, but the Caterpillar is a much longer ship. Yeah. It's also more a sort of straight-up cargo ship with the cargo modules. And I'm actually kind of looking forward to, you already see some of the gameplay, but as we move towards 3.0, and we've talked about how we have atmosphere volumes, and so when you open up areas, if there'll be decompression, or if you blow through glass, we're setting up the systems to do that. Yeah, and we're also going to be setting up the stuff for the boarding, so security and boarding and stuff like that. So that's not in 2.6, but that is coming down the road. Definitely will be in 3.0, and you can sort of see the potential, right? Where you've got these huge ships that you can fly around on and run around and have FPS battles on, or as Item 2.0 comes online properly, which again would be sort of a 3.0, you'll be able to run around and things will break and you'll have to fix them, replace fuses, replace power rods. You can sort of try to sabotage things if you're boarding, if you're defending. You could probably shut down areas and do stuff like that. So there's just a lot of potential. So it's kind of cool to sort of see some of the
you can absolutely
gameplay.
see that with the Caterpillar. And I mean, even in that in the emergent gameplay capture that we just showed, we have a lot of FPS combat that happens inside that Caterpillar. But again, you can take just this 2 minutes of footage, put it in front of anybody, and they would be like, oh, they're inside an FPS level. But
it's its own level.
They're inside of a ship that's spinning around, that's been, purchased from a station. It's just, it's crazy. It's awesome.
And then the other thing I'd say is we have quite a lot of ships in 2.6. In fact, we have more ships in 2.6 than we were planning to do originally, because obviously 2.6 has taken a little longer, and because of that 3.0 is pushed out, and so things like the Caterpillar, things like the 85X are now in 2.6 where they weren't, which is also kind of cool. So there's actually quite a lot of new content to enjoy, in fact more than we were originally planning in 2.6, because the date shifted, so I think everyone's going to have fun with that. So
it's going to be really fun.
But anyway, so thanks to Sean and Josh, and to all the team members who happened to fly around Crusader to help us do that piece. But enough from us, devs. We tend to go on a bit. Let's turn to the community. Not only are they helping to make the game, they're also making a ton of amazing content themselves. These past few weeks, the Evocati have not only been testing 2.6, they've been capturing some awesome footage along the way. So let's take a look at some of it. Here we go.
That they're not allowed to show with anybody else.
Awesome. That's good.
Well done.
Okay, let's see if we get anything awesome out of this that we don't already know about or have not seen yet. Or it might just be a series of screenshots. I do like that 85X. That shot of that missile cam is beautiful. And of course, every shot of the Caterpillar so far is beautiful.
Hostiles. Need assistance, please. I need your shield now. Let's power thruster 3. Not gonna die. Come on. I'm
Okay, so there you go.
Almost every day, someone on the team is sharing a link, being like, "Holy crap! Look what this fan did."
Yeah.
I can't believe I just said that.
Yeah,
It's on the teleprompter.
Yeah, the scissor reel we just featured from
Love the green screen.
Mr. Hashgaha. I'm not sure if I pronounced that right. Haskaha comes to mind. Here we go.
Put holy crap in there. What? There are some beautiful shots in there. No pun intended.
Love that new pirate armor. I may have to start wearing pirate armor now.
In there. No pun intended.
Well, allowing people to create footage like this was part of the reason why we pushed so hard to get the new camera system into 2.6.
Hey everyone, and happy holidays. We hope you're enjoying the stream so far. We want to hear from you, so please make sure to tag us on social media. Use the hashtag #IntoTheVerse. Additionally, I would be filled with regret if we didn't take the opportunity to give an MVP out this week. So I want to give a huge congratulations to Terralion for his extraordinary efforts in creating the Star Citizen fan video, Combined Arms, The Fleet Arrives. Additionally, I have to give a shout out to all the Bar Citizen viewing parties that are going on around the world today. If you don't know what Bar Citizen is, make sure to head over to barcitizen.sc to find out if there's an event in your area. Other than that, let's hop over to Ben Lesnick to talk about ships.
You know, we have donated over $100 million. I can't believe they still can't get the camera and the friggin' same time.
No.
Great shot. Grab that cover, Corporal. I want you to dig your heels in here and hold. You got it.
Or hire somebody that knows how to do these types of things.
Oh my god, this guy's just an insult. I guarantee this is the biggest highlight of this guy's life.
He's actually a very important part of CIG.
I know he is. Mobile phone hanging out of his pocket, sitting there like a slumped dump. You knew you were going to be on TV. Wear a t-shirt, you plonker. If you turn the volume up on the YouTube one, you can actually hear them whispering off camera.
Oh, really? I'm watching the. I'm actually streaming the Twitch one right now. We apologize very much for CIG's lack of audio video ability. Thank God, at least the game they're making is a little bit better done.
We also have all the ships for 2.6 available again. As 2.6 will be going live in the very near future. So we've got the Caterpillar, the Herald, the various variants. They're all going to be flyable really, really soon. We've got done on these. They look very, very good. You'll be seeing plenty more of them.
Okay, now we can hear them on the Twitch one as well. Whispering.
We've got a brochure from FTL Communications for the Herald, which is one of our numerous companies. And then we have another brochure for the Caterpillar, which is my favorite brochure we've done. It's sort of a how things work, but for most persons in the ships. Those will all be available.
And now the little bit I could hear him, I can't even hear him anymore because of their whispering. So I think what we're hearing from Ben Lesnick is that in honor of 2016 holiday stream, they're giving everybody an Idris for free. The game fully will be released next week. And they're refunding everybody's money. Did anybody else hear all that? I think that's what I heard.
That's wishful thinking, my friend. I actually can't watch it. It's actually getting annoying.
I mean, they have spent quite a bit of money on green screens, mocap studios, new places.
Very cool information, Ben. Thanks very much. And it'll be interesting to see how the Vandal fare against pilots with the new flight balance changes.
Yeah, well, we're going to learn a lot from Marina Commander in 2.6, especially Pirate Swarm, since it's allowing the AI team to start testing different pilot profiles outside the aggressive Vandal. How will the AI fly when they're in a faster ship or when they have longer range weapons? It's going to be a great test bed and hopefully a lot of fun in the process.
And the badges and outlaw Caterpillar skin that Alwyn created will be a great way for players to show off their mastery.
Yep, there you go. All right, so coming up, we have even more ships for you with the debut of brand new craft from Misk. Let's take a look.
This should be exciting. New concept ship.
The initial brief for the Razor. So this is quite an exciting vehicle. This is the first Ray ship that we've had the chance to work on. This is meant to be a manufacturer Misk, and this is their entry into providing a competitor, providing a ship.
Looks like an F1. I'd say it looks like an F1 racer.
Top contender for the Murray Cup and racing series within Star Citizen.
Misk is all about flowy shapes and power, but also like high tech with the incorporation of Jeanne tech. So first of all, like we really needed to do some brainstorming and see what kind of direction we wanted to go in. And very early on, we decided not to go for the bubbly sort of 50s Formula One style, but more, really high tech, like incorporating the Jeanne tech into everything. So Formula One, that was just how we wanted to do it.
So for us, this is a really good opportunity to take styling from Misk ships. We've seen Starfarer, Freelancer. Those are sort of quite bubbly, soft shapes, but with a Jeanne tech engine.
Most of the time that I spent these last 2 months designing this was actually on the main body and getting all the reflections to line up, and all
that is a sexy looking ship, though.
Shapes to just flow, and it was quite the challenge. But again, in the end, it will look really awesome when it flies past you as it wins the Murray Cup in front of your face.
Styling is more of a hybrid. What we've done is, and with Chris's direction, we've pushed in this sort of Formula One direction, and then sort of added a sort of an additional layer of sort of splitters and spoiler tech.
Notice the English guys in sync.
To give us
That's because these are pre-recorded videos.
The process on this was quite interesting because I really had to use all the software that I'm familiar with. So I used Photoshop for all the sketching. I started out with just 2D sketches for everything I did. Then I blocked it out in a program called Modo, which is standard polygonal modeling, just like Maya or Max. And then I really like the creativity that you get from it, but it doesn't give the super perfect smooth finish that you want of a Formula One car. So then I took it into Fusion 360, which is a program that is really similar to Autodesk Alias, which is used in the car manufacturing industry for years.
I never have understood why they tell us about all this technical stuff that most people don't understand.
Modeled in NURBS and in CAD software, most of it. And then actually I took it back to Modo, and I finished modeling all the like the sky, the skirts, and all the splitters in Modo. And then the funny thing is that the landing gear I actually did in SketchUp, because SketchUp for me is just easier to model, dynamic mechanical objects with that have to like interact and move because of its really awesome grouping system. So yeah, I really had to like pull everything together to make this design work. But in the end, I think it really syncs. So.
The good part of this process is that really ours is sort of the first stage. Once it goes to the ship production guys, then they can really start working in the detail, really sort of figuring out any areas that we may have left slightly vague just due to timescale. And then they really just sort of get to polish it up.
Quite a few little wings on there, isn't there?
The sort of level of quality we can achieve. And, that's down to those guys, and they'll really able to sort of take it to the next level.
It has been great seeing the evolution of the MISC design from the Freelancer to the Starfarer to the Reliant, and now the Razor, a really great showcase of our new ship pipeline. Now, I just got word that Team Europe and Team USA are all ready to battle for the RSI Cup. But before the competition kicks off, senior producer Eric Karen-Davis is going to be joined by Chris and Persistent Universe game director Tony Zurovec to discuss the latest on the game's AI. Eric.
Hey everybody, and welcome back to the set. We've got Chris and Tony to talk about some very exciting stuff. But first, happy holidays, season's greetings. Let's kick this thing off with some questions now that I have you two gentlemen together. The first question, we're going to just talk about subsumption. What is subsumption, and why is it so important for all the games, or portions of the games we're making?
Okay, well, you should take that one, Tony.
Subsumption, it originally started out being a way to abstract a bunch of the low-level AI concepts such that the designers could much more rapidly create a wide diversity of different potential reactions, prioritize them, and things of that sort. It's evolved since into the solution by which we're going to tackle the mission system and allow for a lot of algorithmic content to be created. It's basically taken over the conversation system because we needed to be able to seamlessly merge all of the AI functionality, people searching for things, walking towards things, using things with the actual dialogue that they're going to be speaking, interacting with the player, etc. And so it's really turned into, I would say, over the course of the last 12, 18 months, it's grown into the back-end gameplay system with which the designers are primarily going to interact in order to create all of the content for the game, the actual gameplay stuff.
That's very cool.
Yep.
Well,
I
totally agree.
No, I was just saying, because it's one of the, one of the challenges that we have is that we have a wide range of needs, right? So we have what we need for Squadron 42, which is, we're trying to go for more sort of lifelike living their, daily life aboard a space carrier AI. And we also have sort of mission needs that we have there, but then we have the online universe, Star Citizen, that has all those needs, plus we need it to be emergent, have them react to players and other AI. We need the missions themselves not just be single scripted ones, but be sort of pieces that could slot together in sort of smart different ways based on inputs and variables and what's happening around them. So you actually get the gameplay and the missions and the AI sort of reacting to what's happening in the universe and changing and adapting to that. So the player actions will have some impact on it, other AI actions will have some impact on it. So the idea is to have a system that can accommodate the needs of such a big sandbox, which is a multiplayer sandbox, as well as a sort of smaller single-player sandbox, which is pretty complicated. I think that there's not many games that try to do that kind of thing. And so that required a ground-up reconstruction of what we were doing for sort of AI emissions, because it's very different than, say, what the engine that we're using, CryEngine, really excels at, which is sort of these single-player kind of experiences, like a Crisis game and stuff. And so it's taken a lot of time. We have to make sure that it's also, and also when we build things, we build it in a way that will work for a long time, it's expandable, and also will work in an online multiplayer environment as well as a single-player environment. So, we're lucky, Tony, I don't know if he mentioned this, but, one of his, he wrote the AI system on Ultima 7 many years ago. And he actually started as, an AI engineer whenever that was back, 25, 6 years ago. And that's one of his loves. And so I think, we're quite lucky to have Tony being the overall architect. We have a very big team outside of Tony also working and supporting, led by Francesco Riccucci in Frankfurt. But it's kind of cool because we're starting to see these things finally kind of come together, and I think it's going to pay off.
It's interesting because it's really not a new concept. It's basically an evolution of where, at least I've been going with, a lot of these, things for many, many years over the course of many different products, and you've seen what worked, what didn't. And one of the problems that you inevitably run into is trying to distill a bunch of very technical concepts and a lot of back-end flexibility for algorithmic content and how to merge these pieces together and how to deal with schedules and how to link things up to the back-end economy and everything, and how to make that accessible so that the designers can actually achieve the intended effect without basically having to constantly fight the tools at every step of the way. And to me, that's one of the biggest conceptual differences, but when you look forward to what 3.0 is going to have versus what we've done, thus far we've still relied very much, for all the missions that we're doing upon, a lot of what I would call, old school concepts, very labor intensive, and those approaches work perfectly well when you're doing a single player game of a relatively limited scope. I mean, even Squadron 42 on the single player side is so large in its scope that it would really start to buckle under the pressure from trying to implement its content in such a limited way.
Well, we're trying to do very sandbox in Squadron. So, like for instance, on a lot of the missions, there are more ways to tackle and approach and complete the mission than just one linear sort of playthrough path that we get in a more traditional kind of linear shooter like a Call of Duty or something. It's more like you want to go in quietly, do you want stealth, do you want to go in guns blazing, do you want to use the systems of, say, the base that you're infiltrating against the people there, the other ways you're going to do it. And that's where Item 2.0, that's where Subsumption all sort of comes in, because it sort of creates emergent gameplay. And it really, between sort of what we're trying to do with Item 2.0, and in Item 2.0 is really sort of a misnomer because it's sort of like the way all entities in the world operate, and they have this sort of functionality, and you'll be able to do things with them in a way that you haven't traditionally done in FPS games, more like a adventure or a puzzle game, and they're much more usable, the items, and picking up things, turning things on, putting batteries in to get them to work and stuff like that, combined with Subsumption and the mission stuff, which is built to sort of be more a rule set that's going to deal with different scenarios or different actions that the players are doing and react to them. I think it's going to actually make some really interesting gameplay. It's just taking a bit longer to get that when you do in the sort of more traditional straightaway scripted way, but it's definitely, I think, worth the effort.
It sounds incredible, right? Like this is a massive part of what we need for everything we're making.
Yes.
So yeah, it takes time, right? Yeah, that's great. Well, so we've got a lot of questions. Obviously, I could get you guys a room. We could talk for hours. But a question that was coming up as Tony started mentioning 3.0, right? That's the questions we're starting to get. What a good question was, what kind of work needs to be done to make Alpha 3.0 happen, right? That's the question everyone wants to know. What's left? Wait, I want it. Give it to me now. So what do you guys see as what's really the next pieces to kind of make that thing come to life?
Well, there is quite a few foundational systems we have. I mean, obviously we're talking about Subsumption and the mission side, which are two of the biggest ones.
Yeah.
And so, luckily Squadron and 3.0 are kind of aligned in both of those. And I think I talked a little bit about in the newsletter that we just sent out this morning.
Don't pause and go read that yet. Save till you're done with us, and then go read it. But it's
so. I mean, there's a lot of like little detail stuff that besides sort of the big headline sort of profession stuff, there's things like you've got to like, okay, if we're going to have all the people running around this star system and we have these different landing areas, we have to take care of things like, landing order, right? We need air traffic control, just like you do in a normal airport. So, we have to go and write the logic that determines, how long you can land on a pad, what order you are in the queue. Then if someone decides they're not getting out of their ship in time, we've got to like forcibly take them out of their ship and put their ship off in a hangar and open it up for someone else. There's things that in terms of we've talked about interdiction. So if we're going to have cargo and going from point A to point B, there needs to be some risk to that, which means someone's going to, if you're on a safe cargo run, perhaps you're going to get attacked by pirates. How do pirates stop you when you're in quantum drive? So all the, those things like, we're talking about, okay, we want pirates. Well, we need boarding and security. Now, you can already fly, as you saw earlier in the show. Yep. You can sort of enter ships because there's no locks or anything. Yep. But that's, ultimately, as we move to a proper economy, that's not so fun. So, we're going to have, and this is what item 2.0 is going to allow you, is you're going to be able to sort of lock down your ship, and so you can open up your doors or not. Then maybe if someone's boarding, they can try to hack the door, or maybe they can just use an explosive charge to disable it and get in. Then if they do that, perhaps they'll decompress the inside of it. So all these things, we've been laying the core systems. Some of them are actually sitting in 2.6 but not fully utilized yet. But there's still game code that has to go on top to finish off this stuff. But those are an example of when we say, okay, we're going to have cargo, we're going to have piracy. I've just sort of talked about some details that we have to take care of to get you there, and I think that's generally like, people go, well, it takes a long time to get all this stuff done, and really kind of this sort of stuff is what takes the time, because the big high level stuff is obviously, oh yeah, I can understand, I need to create this landing area and this landing area and this landing area, but you also need to have the ability to sort of take care of all the edge cases and details and stuff like that.
Well, I would just add that a big part of what 3.0 is aiming, to do is to set up a lot of the foundational stuff, as Chris was just saying, such that going forward we're more iterating upon finished, bits and pieces of technology. And to give you some specific examples, there's the service beacon system, which will debut with 3.0, which will allow players to start to satisfy requests from other players and to formulate contracts and get paid for that and be penalized if they do something improper according to reputation. And then there's the whole shop back end to where you can actually go into stores right now and you can purchase things, but there are a lot of things behind the scenes that are currently cheated in the existing version that we're aiming to have wrapped up and done the proper way.
I can't watch
and
it
this involves everything from shops already have a concept of inventory,
good
but they
evening.
don't
I will
have any
catch you
sort
tomorrow.
of concept of dynamic pricing. They don't have the concept of actually storing inventory. They don't actually distribute requests for more product when they are basically experiencing heavy demand. And that request for product is not translating and turning into missions that players and NPCs can then go fulfill. We don't have and another thing aiming for on 3.0 is what I call the probability volumes, which are basically the intermediary between the back-end simulation and what you actually see when you're flying around in the game world. These probability volumes basically take all, the essence of what, you could potentially see, and it basically, collapses into reality as you kind of fly through, so that if you're between say ArcCorp, which has a TDD and a refinery installation, then you should see a bunch of freighter traffic basically going back and forth there. And if there's a lot of value, then you're probably going to see pirates getting attracted. And so this is something that we're aiming to get the first bits and pieces operational in 3.0. We won't have time to actually fully exploit these things, but it will put us in a very good position such so that each successive 3.x release will be able to build more and more on top of these things. Whereas as of right now, we've still got a number of shortcomings to where we've kind of had to basically, go through, solving some problems in a fairly, circuitous and, non-optimal path because we didn't, quite have all of the back-end bits and pieces that we needed.
And I would say that, in terms of 3.0, we're going to have sort of like a baby version of kind of, instead of a universe simulation, it's a system simulation.
Yes.
On a back-end side that will sort of be sort of the master, I don't know what you want to call it, the maestro of sort of the AI population and where the AI is going, where the AI pirates are, where the AI traders are, what the supply and demand is in the different locations.
Yeah.
And having all those sort of come together, you know, and that's sort of laying the foundation of how we expand out. So there's a lot of stuff to happen on 3.0. We've actually, you know, along the way with it, I mean, Tony's already in process on the sort of probability cube, assumption, the mission backend.
At the shops, all of that stuff is, you know, actually, you know, basically, you've got very good visibility as to what needs to be done. It's just a matter now of actually, you know, slugging it out and basically getting all these pieces done. But that actually says a lot, because if you go back, you know, 12 months ago, we were still figuring out exactly how some of these, you know, more complex problems were precisely going to be solved. We knew the general direction. We've actually got a lot of specificity in regards to exactly how we're going to wind up addressing a lot of these things at this point in time, which is part of the, you know, reason why we actually only recently started to feel comfortable with putting production schedules out in front of people. Is because you've now got that, you know, that level of clarity.
So we're starting to get the wrap-up signal, but I don't care.
No,
I want to ask another question.
No, it's fine, we can, because we're not network TV here.
That's right, that's right.
So let's take a few more questions.
Yeah, let's do it.
We'll
Okay, good. So we're talking 3.0, and you already started alluding to this, but we get a lot of questions about economy, 3.0 economy, right? So obviously one of the questions that people are having is, will we start to be able to buy ships with UEC? What are the effects of economy with 3.0, right? We just talked about the complexity of once you think of a career and all the gameplay implications, and then how you give and take money. You know, what are the thoughts about economy?
We won't have, you know, the full-blown simulation, won't happen with 3.0. What we'll probably do, you know, as a short-term intermediate solution is, you know, a more simplified rules-based system, so that we can get a little bit of variability in terms of pricing, what's available, where, how frequent, you know, how many of those, you know, items, and that in turn will probably have some ripple effects through in terms of what types of missions are currently on offer, what you'll be paid to actually do those missions, that type of stuff. The benefits, the long-term benefits of the simulation are that these localized effects can ripple through the whole system, and you wind up getting a much more, you know, realistic, you know, economy. Whereas when you're doing the rules-based system, you tend to have, you know, a lot finer control, and it's much quicker to implement. But you know, it's much more difficult to basically get, you know, this whole big, you know, symbiotic, you know, entity working, working properly.
No, I think the other challenge that'll be really interesting is right now, you know, you can't really sort of buy weapons and ships in the PU, and we don't really have expendables working. That'll all sort of come with item 2.0. So, you know, expendables are sort of the, obviously, you know, things that make sense right now, like, you know, fuel, although fuel's becoming more important with 2.6. It will definitely become more important with 3.0. But also, you know, sort of ammo or missiles. But, you know, there'll be things like bits that will break on your ship, or fuses, or fuel rods, and various sort of small sub-items that you'll probably have to keep a stock of. And you get in a battle, or things start to break down, you have to fix it up. And so we're trying to, like, have some really cool functional emergent gameplay that will happen. But I think the really interesting thing is going to be, you know, how we balance the cost of everything. Because, like, one of the biggest challenges that we have compared to a normal MMO is that we have an incredibly range of economy that's happening. That you can go from, you know, buying a handgun to, you know, buying a space destroyer. Right now, normally in the real world, only a nation can afford to have a destroyer, and you can go down and buy, say, a handgun or whatever for $300, $400, $500. So, you know, the challenge is balancing the game. So on the low end, you know, you don't get, you know, like, if I can afford an F-16 from day one, I don't care about getting a handgun, right? Because I can already afford a, you know, $30 million, $40 million jet fighter. So $400 or $500 is nothing compared to my jet fuel costs, or, you know, all the rest of the stuff. So the key is sort of trying to figure the progression and the costs, and also making sort of the bigger ships, you know, be something that you work towards and earn in the game. And, you know, because it's, you know, you don't want to sort of do 4 missions and, okay, now I've done my Aurora and I'm flying a Javelin, right? That doesn't make sense. So, you know, we need to balance it in such a way that the bigger ships, the multi-crew ships, they'll have bigger running costs. You'll need crew, especially on the bigger capital ships. And they'll also have a different earning potential. So they'll be able to earn more, but will also have more running costs. And so you'll work your way up as a group or as a bunch of players together to do it there. So I think it's going to be interesting because we've been sort of running our models on UEC comparative to, kind of what we do it as pledges. And I'll say that people are getting a good deal on the pledge stuff, especially in the bigger ships, because they're going to just have to price up bigger based on kind of like the different missions and earning. But there's a whole risk reward stuff, so you may get paid more for a risky or a combat mission, but then you'll have bigger costs, maybe repair costs, repairing, like replacing your ammo and stuff that a trade run may not be, you may not have those same kind of costs, although ultimately, so it may pay a little less. So that's going to be the big challenge, and that's what's really exciting about 3.0 is getting the first bit of that in. I'm sure we're going to have to do a lot of adjusting and adapting, and we'll sort of be working towards that as we build towards the.
There will be, because it permeates the entire design on so many levels. Like right now, you just think it's like, well, it's fairly easy right now to basically pull for another player's Hornet, and what's the real world value of that Hornet relative to as Chris was mentioning, the guns, the clothes, the armor, which we actually want to make it still kind of challenging to get to the next level of personal armor, etc. But who's going to do the mission to basically make $1,000 or $2,000 or $5,000 when it's much easier to basically just pilfer another player's ship? And so there's a lot of work to be done to make sure that taking that ship, on the one hand, it's got to be extremely difficult. It can't be just get in and basically you press the button and it automatically starts. There's got to be a lot more difficulty than that. You may incentivize players by having anti-theft devices, which basically lower their insurance premium, something similar conceptually to what you'd have in the real world. You may just apply much more significant consequences in terms of, well, when you have that ship, maybe you can't sell it, or maybe you can only sell it in very specific areas, and maybe you get only a very small fraction of the price, and maybe the security, in the when you're going through areas that actually have UE security, maybe you really get the screws put to you to basically make it really unattractive to be carting around stolen ships, stolen cargo, all of this type of stuff. And so there is, like Chris said, it's like there's going to be a lot of balancing work that needs to be done to make this all work, and that's. Seamlessly. Yeah, well, it's what I think a lot of the 3.1, 3.2, 3.3 is going to be. Is we've actually marked it out according to the schedule that we released before, to where we were being fairly conservative in terms of a couple occupations with each major point release. And once we've got a lot of these basic tools operational, creating the new occupations really becomes predominantly an exercise in basically just using things that we've already developed in in slightly different ways, and so there's not a big technological uncertainty or anything like that. And so I think that all of those successive point releases are really going to spend a lot of their time just trying to get the formula right, and it's why looking forward we were being a bit conservative in terms of the rate at which we introduce new occupations.
All right, 2 more questions. For the next question. You started tapping on this already. We talk a lot about careers and any kind of gameplay, right? People get really excited about what they're going to get to do. I have never seen a reaction from human beings in this day and age get so excited about the word farming. I was blown away at Citizen Go when we showed farming, and hundreds of years ago, that's just what people did, right? It wasn't gameplay, but they're really excited about it. So question was, how's that going to, what do you see that, how can I be a farmer? Tony, I want to farm in this game.
First, I'd preface that with, I think that part of the reason why, players get excited about that type of stuff, and I don't think it's just farming, I think it's actually just the non-combat aspects of the game. I think there is a significant contingent of the community that wants to do stuff other than basically...
It's like resource harvesting, right? So mining, farming, salvaging,
exploration, discovery of new things, helping other players, medical, assistance, things of that sort. And you know, if we really want to basically be able to appeal to all those people, then we're going to have you know sufficient content in all of those different areas. And I think that farming is really just representative of the fact that you're really going in a direction, you know, for that particular occupation that has little to do with combat. Now, they're based, you know, you will still face it on occasion when you go into the busy zones, and if you've got incredibly valuable, you know, seeds or fertilizer or whatever else, it's like then you're going to be a target for those people that are, you know, looking to make a quick
buck. And I think that's kind of one of the things that reinforces that. Like, I know a lot of people, I see a lot of people on the forums anyway talk about, like, well, what's the end game, and, you know, how am I going, you know, how do we win and do this? And I sort of feel like in Star Citizen there should not be a definition of win. Is there a definition of win in real life? It sort of depends on your perspective, right? So some people think they're winning if they're helping other people. They're a doctor, they're healing someone. Someone thinks they're winning if they're a world-famous sports person. Someone thinks they're winning if they're, you know, protecting their country. And so we want to, you know, give people the options to have all different kinds of play styles, whether it's passive or, you know, sort of more combat-oriented, whether it's you're set by yourself or with a small group of friends or with a much bigger organization. And, you know, and then depending on sort of what you're into, your definition of what your win or what your end game will be different. So we want to make Star Citizen, the big sandbox, have as much possibility as you see sort of in the real world. And I think that's kind of what's going to be really, you know, interesting to see happen. I think that's one of the big attractions to, you know, what we're pitching, and it's also one of the reasons why it's taking so long, because we're trying to build everything to be able to do that.
Which you already get a sense of right now, right? I mean, we just showed off all the things you can do in this game, and you get a sense of it. It's really exciting.
Yeah, and if you think about farming, again, I kind of mentioned how we were being conservative with regards to, you know, the number of new occupations that we're introducing with the point releases, because we think that balance is really going to be a significant part of the of the game post 3.0. If you think about what is really involved in farming, it's like, well, it's going to be the acquisition of things. It's going to be the acquisition of, you know, rare seeds, which is going to, you know, probably involve you going to, you know, distant planets, discovering them yourself, or buying them, you know, and spending a fortune, or, you know, pilfering them from some heavily guarded, you know, location, things of that sort. It's going to be, you know, finding fertilizer. Perhaps it's just, you know, another thing to extract on a planet, no different from magnesium or cobalt or iron, you know, or anything like that. You're then basically, you know, putting, you know, you're using objects on other objects. You're basically applying maintenance in the form of radiation and water. Eventually you're harvesting these things. Then you're basically seeking to sell these things, which is going to be exactly like selling, you know, the stolen cargo that that you've gotten off of that you took from, you know, from another player's, you know, or NPC's freighter, or, you know, or selling, you know, parts of your ship that you no longer want, and things of that sort. In other words, you can see all of the bits and pieces, all the primary bits and pieces that are going to constitute, you know, the farming occupation. We're already going to have in other, you know, working in other parts of the game, and that kind of goes back to, you know, get your foundation right, and you will eventually hit this point in your development cycle to where you can start to create content at a much more rapid
So let's
pace.
do the final question, and then we can,
well, the final question
kick it off to everyone else.
The final question wasn't on these pages, unless there's something you guys want to talk about. Otherwise, it was more reminding that this is a holiday live stream.
Right.
And I have a 2-year-old daughter now, and so I wanted to ask you guys, what are holiday traditions, succinctly, that you guys look forward to around this time of year? Like me, I love looking at lights. My 2-year-old always loves to. Now I've shown her some of these houses, and every time we drive one, she's like, lights. So we'll be doing that over the holidays. But what about you guys? What is a quick thing that you look forward to at this time of year?
Well, I have 2 little daughters, so they love putting the tree together, and it's awesome seeing you know, them get all excited by presents.
Sure.
Watching good movies.
This is the perfect time.
And you know, playing some games.
Exactly.
And the time that I can actually play some games as opposed to work on games, you know, is, you know, I don't get much time off, but over the holidays, that's one of the few times I do.
Same, yeah. Tony?
Yeah, so I just had a girl, Savannah Storm. So she's, as of, you know, today, she's 3 months old.
Congratulations.
And
Happy
so
birthday.
she's basically added to, you know, Phoenix, who's now 2. And so what I'm looking forward more to this Christmas than I have in several past, because all of a sudden the importance, like Chris said, of getting that Christmas tree up, putting the lights. This is the first time, Phoenix, saw a Christmas tree last year, but he was 1 year old and it wasn't really registering. Now he's all over. He's pulling the lights. You start putting presents under. He wants to check them out, and he gets, he gets the whole thing. And so I wouldn't say that it's anything, so much that's, fundamentally new as, things that you've done before are now taking on, a completely different.
You rediscover them.
That's right. Yeah, it's a fresh perspective. All right.
Okay, great.
Cool.
All right. Well, thanks, Tony and Eric. So it was a good talk. A little long, maybe, but we like to go on a bit. So anyway, we have even more details in the November monthly report on the website about some of the stuff we worked on this past month. So be sure to check that out. And we'll keep having additional updates as progress continues on 3.0 and other things like Squadron. So for now, for today's live stream, main event, as developers from both sides of the pond compete to win the coveted RSI Cup. Let's go to your community managers, Jared and Tyler, for more.
You can tell they really love developing because they really get into the systems.
They do.
Oh,
Tony.
yes, absolutely. I have a feeling you go on for hours and hours and hours. Just about Subsumption.
All right.
Hello.
All I can do is laugh at this point.
How are you doing?
I'm doing all right. How about you, man?
I'm doing fantastic. I realized right before we cut to us that this hat does not work well with headphones.
No, neither does this one. This one is balancing precariously on top, so I'm going to go ahead, if it's okay with all of you, I'm going to go ahead and take the hat off for the rest of this.
I'm keeping my on.
Hi, everybody. I'm Community Manager Jared Huckabee. With me today is
Community Manager Tyler Whitkin.
And we are here for the 2946 RSI Cup. It's an international tournament. We've got members from our Foundry 42 UK and Frankfurt studios loading into games now. Members from our Cloud Imperium Los Angeles and Austin studios loading into games now. And we are going to compete for an award that goes out to all of you. So at the end of this, basically whoever wins, they will get an RSI trophy for your hanger flare,
yeah.
And it will be emblazoned with the names of the winners. So before we get too far into it, we want to introduce the teams. We're going to start with Team Europe. We're going to show you a quick video, and then we're going to head to Cameron Wilkie out in Manchester for the rest. Ready?
You're going to like this.
All right.
So 2.6, Star Marine, the big grudge match, US versus Europe. How seriously are you guys taking this?
Well, Aaron offered the services of Phil Miller to basically kind of motivate the team. And after looking at the security footage, I think the Miles Eckhart thing went to his head.
You go through the playback videos. What the f***? You f***ers need to raise your game. Do you understand? Louder.
Yes, sir.
That's more like it. Keep it up. Gentlemen, as Jack Burton said, it's all in the reflexes. Hands out. Come on. Too slow on the floor. Give me 20. Too slow on the floor. Give me 20. Oh, nice work. Nice work. Back to your desk. You two, carry on.
What do you think about Phil Miller motivating the team?
I think it's a great idea. Phil's a real people person.
Mince pies are for closers only.
Are you sure?
Yeah, he'll go really well. He's got a fantastic rapport with the QA guys.
You do not train to be merciful. Mercy's for the weak. You just die again. What? No. It's not good enough. Bull.
Aaron, I think Phil got a bit carried away.
I don't understand. With a broken monitor, I've got mince pies which are scraping off walls. I've been dealing with HR. Nick said Phil will be fine. It's just absolutely insane. I don't get it. I mean, we've got half of QA lining up to quit. You know what? We damn well better beat the USA now of going through all this kind of stuff, because this is absolutely insane. This is ridiculous.
The scripted stuff's so funny. And now, no.
To
Oh,
sunny Wilmslow, where it's my privilege to introduce Team Foundry. Starting off with Wayne. Wayne, how are you today?
I'm fine, thanks very much, Cameron.
What do you do here at Foundry 42?
I'm on the QA team, as part of the QA tech team.
I've seen you in practice today. You have been kicking and taking numbers.
Yeah, especially in the race. I'm hoping to win that one.
I've had set a personal best today.
I did. Just over 40 seconds. Yeah.
Very nice, very nice. We look forward to seeing you on the track shortly.
Excellent.
And now to Mickey Oliver. Mickey Oliver, we've seen you on ATV a few times.
Yes.
Are you? What is your highlight you're looking forward to today?
I'm looking forward to Star Marine very much. Yes, my favourite part.
Favorite weapon?
I like the shotgun.
Okay.
The best, yes.
Get up close and personal.
Mm-hmm.
Very
Yes,
cool. Very cool. Andy Nicholson.
Hello, Cameron.
Nice to see you again.
Good to see you.
How's the ship balancing going?
Oh, it's a piece of cake. Don't worry about it.
Are you enjoying the playthroughs today? Getting a lot of
Yeah.
personal feedback on your own balancing?
Absolutely, yeah. Firsthand.
Very good.
Definitely.
Very good. Now, over from our German office, over from Frankfurt, we have Melissa. Melissa, how are you today?
Hi, Cameron. I'm doing great.
Any message you want to give our community?
Thanks for supporting us.
Very good. Okay.
I'll do my best.
Wonderful. And Mark White.
Yes, hello.
What are you flying in the race coming up?
I'll be in the 350R.
350, okay. Are you expecting to come in the top three?
I'm hopeful.
I saw you come first and second in early playthroughs.
Yeah, that was mainly people crashing. I go slow to try and get through.
Okay, slow and steady.
That's the way.
All right, well, this is Cameron Wilkie from Wilmslow, heading back over to LA.
Listen up! You have the honor of being chosen to be part of this team. Now, I see potential, and I, for one, cannot come all the way out here to go home a loser. Did you? No, sir. I don't believe you. No, sir. Then you will train. You will need to hone your mind and your body. Winning isn't just an option. It is the only possible outcome. Do I make myself clear? Yes, sir. I can't hear you. Yes, sir. Sun salutation. Tyler, straighten up that chakra. Kobe, straighten up that cord. All right. Let's get some wheatgrass.
Is that everything?
Yeah, why?
I thought we were supposed to be doing a montage.
No, I don't have time for montage.
None of us have time, and that's why we were doing the montage.
They look ready. They were always ready.
Did you guys see my chicken wings? There's a bunch in the fridge.
Why is it that the home office has all the problems? Shouldn't the home office have the best people?
You would expect.
I mean, if I was running a company, I would always have the best people right there next to me.
You know, Chris isn't happy.
Oh, I wonder if he even knows yet.
Oh, he knows.
So I guess Monday morning we can look forward to another person leaving CIG. I think the worst part is the mic next to whoever's standing there.
It was tough and it was exhausting, but I think it was well worth it.
All right, fantastic. Let's move on here. Now, Colby Schneider. We saw you take a little bit of a fall in that video a second ago. How?
Yeah, Tyler actually has a
you
mic
didn't?
and it's
That didn't
not
happen?
working.
Okay. Well, how was it working with Steve Bender this week?
It was great. He was really inspirational, and he got us to be
There we go.
our best. So I think we're gonna pull this one off.
All right, fantastic. And the wonderful, well, I'll let you introduce yourself. Let's look at the camera right there.
Hey, I'm Michael Blackard. I'm with the ATX crew, and I am a QA tester.
All right, and now was Bender a little too intense for you, or how'd it go?
No, Bender was extremely enlightening. In fact, if I win this for the team, he's going to teach me how to make his tri-tip.
And did he pay you to talk good about him?
No, tri-tip is enough.
Bender. Let's move on.
Oh, wow.
Same question. Who are you, and what do you do for Cloud Imperium Games?
I'm Matt Sherman, technical designer here at the LA offices. I make spaceships.
Fantastic.
Yeah.
Fantastic. And how do you see the outcome of this tournament going?
Well, today...
you better say that USA is going to.
Oh, no, I'm just going to ruin Vince's reputation because I'm playing...
I'm okay with it. All right, awesome. Well, thank you. And last but definitely not least, Games.
Eric Pietro, QA.
All right, and working with Steve Bender, your old training throughout the whole week, how'd that go?
It was a lot of fun. I thought it was good.
And is Team USA going to take this entire thing?
Definitely.
That's what I like to hear. Let's jump back to Jared Huckabee.
Thanks, Tyler. So, yeah, that's Team America. We've just had our introductions to Team America and Team Europe. Once again, they are competing today for the 2946 RSI Cup to win a piece of hair flare for all of you, emblazoned with either
Did he say hair
Team
flare?
Europe or Team USA titles. Now, this will be very similar to competitions we've had in the past. We're going to be competing in Arena Commander, in dogfighting, in racing, and in, of course, Star Marine. Now, each round will be worth 25 points, with Star Marine having special weight. Basically, no matter, if you fall behind in Arena Commander and racing, you still have your chance to pull ahead in Star Marine. So, Tyler, how was it over there? Welcome back.
Good to see you, man.
Welcome back.
It was fantastic. I think they're ready.
Well, right now,
While they're talking about that,
members
Blood, did you
of
see
our
the
QA teams from around the world are loading
misspelling
into the
with the
game.
caterpillar
When we get the
brochure?
signal
Yes.
they
Oh,
are
no,
ready
I
to
haven't
go,
looked at it yet.
we will cut to them. I believe the
I put the link in
first
Discord,
event
just
today,
look
if
at
I'm
the
not mistaken, is racing. Is it
The
racing?
file
It might
name.
be Squadron Battle.
Carter
Might be
Pillar?
Squadron Battle?
We got
The
one
Carter
behind us.
Pillar.
Squadron Battle. So we're doing 10 versus 10 today. We wanted to get as many folks from
What about the
our
Misc
Los Angeles
Racer?
studios,
It's
our
apparently
Boston
that's the third
studios,
brochure
our
they did.
Frankfurt studios,
Oh, wow.
and our Manchester studios in competition to play for all of you. Now, this is, of course, Star Citizen Alpha 2.6, which we hope to have out to everybody very, very soon.
So if they're going to be doing
Yeah.
3 different types of
Squadron
things,
Battle 10v10
that means that we should see it with the new speed.
And see, they load into the game.
Because this is all
It does
2.6.
look like they're loading into racing.
Oh, racing
at
it
this moment.
is. You were
So
right.
already,
Let it be known that you were right once.
So it's already a point for Team Europe.
Can't wait to see what the difference is with the slower speeds.
Is that what you're wearing?
Yeah, yes.
Well, the anniversary stream they showed racing at 2.6, remember?
Yeah, I know, but this is like a full all go race.
Okay. I thought that was a fast food attire from your job before you got here today.
No. And now, fun fact though, I did look up what a beef eater meant, and apparently, like it's lost to history. I searched for quite some time because, like, when we were doing this, we're like, okay, we knew you were going to be Uncle Sam. Like,
Am
that
I
was one
Uncle
of the
Sam?
first
Do I
things.
look like Uncle Sam?
You look
He looks like a
exactly
gay sailor.
Okay. Well, thank you.
So that
Also,
was
I
one-
wasn't sure.
Good thing Ark's not here.
This is not my normal attire, believe it or not.
I just
Is
had
this
this in the
tie
closet.
supposed to be around the collar, or is this okay? It's like a choker.
I'm not entirely certain what you're doing, to be honest.
No, me neither.
All right. Well, we knew you were going to be Uncle Sam, so we asked our friends in the UK. It's like, well, what would be an appropriate counterpoint to Uncle Sam? And I remember when they sent that email, it's like, be a beef eater. And I'm like, okay. And so now I'm a Beefeater, and I've got my lovely hat. And it looks like we are getting ready. We're getting started. So let's go to the. Nope. Okay. Not yet. Not just
no, not
yet.
quite yet.
There's
still some people
ready.
launching their clients.
See, and this is right here. This is why we're doing the discussion on it.
Second module.
So, what did you think about the live stream so far?
Star Citizen. Originally, it was the hangar module, which allowed people to.
Considering I zoned out for probably most of it.
Then we released.
Okay, so I'm not the only one then.
Originally, version.
Yeah, unfortunately, they're trying to fill time, and I totally get that. That's great for them. I do not mind that at all. However, when they start droning on about something, it gets kind of you get kind of glass-eyed.
So cool to hear about.
Trying to keep up with it.
Doing that animation on the fly by hand.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was looking at the brochures, reading about the ships.
Is a game within a game for Star Citizen. Star Citizen is the game proper. And then we have
selling some stuff, buying some stuff.
Those video games. The first one is Arena Commander, and the second one is the upcoming Star Marine.
Oh, you already went and looked at
Arena
the
Commander
sale?
has a variety of game modes that that fall into one of two.
Anything worth a damn?
There's squadron battle, dogfighting.
The 85X, the Herald, the Caterpillar,
you and your combat ship fighting against other
variant,
ships.
the paint variant, whatever.
Yeah, I don't care about the different paint jobs. That's just dumb.
Miss Racer, 3 of the starter packages.
How much?
Two starter packages.
How much do they want for the Miss Racer?
This is real. This is real.
135.
That's ridiculous.
No joke, guys. Like the videos before we introduced.
How about the
teams,
85X?
They were fun.
50.
But these guys have actually really been training.
Oh.
There's been a lot of.
And the hot plate is 225.
There's been a lot of SmackDown.
225?
So while we're waiting, why don't we throw it to Ben Lesnick? Looks like Ben Lesnick is ready, although I don't see him on a camera here. So as soon as we get the signal that Ben Lesnick is ready, we're going to throw it to Ben Lesnick. He's got some fun facts to share with folks.
Oh, that sounds great.
So,
Okay, so this is. So as long as this live stream has been, which has now been 1 hour and almost 30 minutes, they could have very easily gotten everybody logged in and ready to go.
It's been so long, I've forgotten.
But
just cut
they
his
didn't.
audio? Let's just get him out of here. That'd be great. This is the perfect.
You also
time
have a
for
whole
that
bunch
to
of
happen.
discount
Yeah,
packs.
no, I believe it was Team Anvil.
You took the win. Okay.
A racer
You took
pack,
the
a
win.
piracy pack,
in our
classics,
internal.
Yeah, but when you say discounted, you're talking about the ships in this pack together cost $600, and we've knocked off $50.
Rightly smoted me.
Yes, we did.
Right, so that's not really discounted. I mean, not to anybody who just wants a ship.
Sends me a Skype message at work, and he says, "Hey, I want to show you the winning video for if Team Aegis had won at the anniversary live stream." And he sent it to me, and it says Team Aegis winner, and I clicked on it, and it was still the Team Anvil video.
All right.
You got me like three times.
So with that, we have Ben Lesnick ready to go. Ben, take it away.
Hey everybody! Didn't I?
Oh, look,
just
it's
leave
Mike.
this
Versus
party?
Caterpillar is now $295.
Wow.
Well, let me tell you guys a joke. Ben walks into a bar and forgets to turn on his microphone. So let's talk about ships one more time, just so you guys have some of the information for the website. That's going to be what's going to be on the website the next week or so. As with every
as a
holiday
fat
stream,
person,
we're kicking off a
they really should not put him on
We've got
camera.
A variety of ship packs. Some are new, and some of them are backed by popular demand. I know when we were doing the live stream, the live stream last month.
I'm embarrassed for him.
Backpack. So those are available again. Those will be available.
And I'm not making fun of him because he's fat, because I'm fat as well.
26th.
Not like that, but I'm definitely a fat guy.
Miss Racer, which you already saw. This is a ship really proud of. The team in the UK has done an incredible job on it. It looks like speed, doesn't it? It's so cool. Those are going to be available in the Pledge store as concept sales for the next, 10 days with all the normal trimmings. We have all of the Star Citizen Alpha 2.6 ships available now. The Caterpillar, the Herald, the 85X, the special variants that we revealed last month. Those are all going to be available through the week following the release of 2.6. So once we get 2.6 out, we'll keep those up for another week. So if you ever wanted a Caterpillar or an 85X, or for the first time ever, the Vanguard Hoplite, this is your chance.
No, leave my Caterpillar alone.
I'm also
Take it off the market.
excited to announce that we have a little bit of a fun thing for 2.6. If you remember back last year when we released the Vanduul Glaive Fighter, you had to complete the Vanduul Swarm to get a special badge. Well, we're doing that again, but twice as good. We've got the Vanduul Swarm, with the updated Vanduul Swarm. I'm sorry, your old badges are not going to carry over. You have to play it again. This is all happening once 2.6 goes live. So there'll be a new Vanduul Swarm you have to play through, and you can earn the badge for the Glaive. There will also be a Pirate Swarm game mode, and if you play through that,
Looking forward to the
you'll get a
Pirate
badge
Swarm.
for a pirate variant of the Caterpillar. It's got a pirate skin with skulls and crossbones. It looks really cool. The Vandal Glaive will be limited to 1,500 ships. The Caterpillar will be limited by time only. So get ready to play some Star Citizen once 2.6 goes live. We are also having a special focus for the holidays on introducing new folks to Star Citizen. Every day from now through the 26th, there will be a whole package, a
That's
whole
pretty cool
pile
about the
of
Caterpillar.
discounted starter packs. We're doing both the Aurora and the Mustang. So if you have someone in your
time
life
limit, not
who
quantity limit.
is not familiar with Star Citizen, who might be interested in getting into the verse, that is your opportunity to introduce them. Those will go on at 11 a.m. Pacific every single day through Boxing Day, which is the 26th.
Too bad I second flying
Speaking
now.
of Boxing Day,
We'll get it back.
for the
Don't worry
very,
about
very
it.
end of the year, we
I
are
hope.
bringing back the all ships sale from the anniversary live stream. That last day where we brought everything together. We want to give people a chance to configure their fleets exactly how they want them for the end of the year. So,
Well, except for the fact that you
check
can't
that
break out
out.
packages and shit,
There'll
so
be
you
all
really
sorts
can't
of
configure your fleet.
bits and surprises over
All you do is
there.
get rid of an entire package or buy a whole entire package.
It's going to. Oh, we're gonna go back to the game now. So, hey everybody.
All right, Ben. Thanks, Ben.
Oh, look, we're already in it.
We're returning to the race already in progress. Right off the bat, we have a last-minute substitution. Matt Sherman is taking the place of Vince Sinatra, Mayo Fumato on Team USA. So while it still says Mayo Fumato in his name, that is, of course, Matt Sherman, who's in 6th place right now. Come on, Matt. You do better. Let's check.
Now, do you think that's an advantage? Matt's a designer. Vince was in QA. Who do you think has the edge here?
I don't know. Did Matt work on the design of?
I'm not sure, but I do know that.
I guess every time somebody crashes,
First place. This is Wayne Owen
they'll switch to a different camera.
Manchester United Kingdom. He's on Team Europe. He does have face paint. I didn't notice that before. Now Wayne is one of the one of our senior QA testers there in the Manchester office, and he is just dominating on the racetrack right now. So we're going to take a look now.
It's an M50, isn't it?
Andrew Hernando go from one of our most dominant to one of our newbies.
He is brand new.
He is brand new.
You know, I noticed during training it looked like he was exploring the maps instead of racing.
Yes.
He can't hear me, right?
No, he will.
Okay,
we will
good.
almost certainly see Andrew exploring the map later on. Andrew has only
Yeah, I
been
think
with the
that's
company
the
for
M50.
6 weeks at this point. So now let's take a look at Tyler Tumlinson. Now Tyler works out of our Austin
Yes,
studio.
Austin, Texas studio actually sits right behind me. Really awesome guy. I'm super happy that he was able to come out and compete in this.
And look at what he's flying. He's flying the brand new 85X.
Yes, it is sexy.
That is a hot looking ship, man.
So he's having trouble making that turn. Oh, let's check in again with our friends in the UK. We're
I
still
said that
on Wayne Owen
85X
here.
is a
Wayne Owen
beautiful
still in
cockpit.
first. Oh, but now here's Melissa Estrada
I like
in
it.
7th place.
Now, this is actually really surprising. Melissa Estrada, I've known her for a few years, and she always flies the Origin M50. And even throughout training, she was flying the M50. So seeing her in the 85X here is an interesting choice.
Gotcha. Now we're just following. What is this? This is a Mustang Gamma making a leisurely tour through the map here. We'll go on to check out Colby here. Oh, Colby hit the race ring. Not so
Every
good.
time they switch cameras, somebody dies.
Sherman here. Now Matt Sherman's in 7th place, guys. As we explained before, this match is for 25 points. We have a weighted point system. We'll be playing the first event, which is racing, for 25 points. We'll be playing the second event, which is dogfighting, for 25 points, and then we will be playing 4 rounds of Star Marine, which will all be worth 25 points apiece.
Wait, now hold on. That's an even number. So what happens if we tie?
Well, if we tie, there will be a sudden death overtime match of Star Marine for all the marbles.
I kind of hope it comes to that.
So do I. Let's check back in with the UK here. There's Wayne Owen again, first place. He's just wait. Has Wayne seen another player?
Oh, it looks like he missed the ring though. Now's their chance to pass.
Come on, Wayne. Team Europe.
No.
For the purposes of this broadcast, I'm Team Europe.
You just like the outfit.
All right, we're gonna follow Wayne going through the race tunnel here. Oh, he's on his 3rd lap, so this is actually the finish for Wayne.
Yeah,
Let's watch
sure
Wayne
is.
win the race. Oh, what
we
a
gotta show off with a decoupled roll.
What a show off with a decoupled roll.
And that is it.
And then he blows up.
I'm going to go ahead and mark this down. First match, Europe, 25 points.
Oh, the new screen is kind of nice.
USA. Come on, guys. I believe in you.
Good job, Team Europe.
They can't hear you. In fact, I think they're like way over there. Sorry.
I think that they should have given points for first, second, and third.
That would have been great.
All right, we have a nice little
And the
graphic
Star
for
Marine
Team
stuff
Europe.
should be
Let's
30
play
points
that right
each.
now.
That way, there's no way for it to be a tie. Where's the purple-haired lady?
All right, congratulations once again, Team Europe.
She's
for
wearing, she has
winning
pink
our
today.
very first
No, but
event,
she
race
wasn't in that
Old
picture.
Old Vanderval.
Yeah.
They just showed all the people. She's not in there.
Where you win things.
You know, that is well. Okay, well, I mean, I win the live competitions, but in our internal playtest, you definitely kicked my
Okay,
butt.
so we've done the race. What's next?
Next is a dogfight. A 10 versus 10 dogfight in Arena Commander. So this will be the biggest Arena Commander match as far as
I was about to say, I've never heard of one that big.
So do you know what map we're playing in Arena Commander?
Yes, we're going to be playing on Broken Moon.
Playing on Broken Moon.
Yeah.
So when we
it's
play
actually my favorite of the two, just because I like blue. Fun fact.
All right.
Yeah, unfortunately, nobody else likes Broken Moon.
And we'll take a few
That's
minutes
the problem.
with Cameron Wilkie, who's getting ready in our Manchester studio. As soon as they tell us Cameron's ready, we will switch to Cameron, and he'll have a quick conversation with the winners of our first event. So until then, congratulations once again, Team Europe. You
Okay,
are
so we're just
one match
dribbling on now.
to being immortalized inside Star Citizen's hangar module with an.
So I didn't notice any difference in the speeds, did you?
So, what you got, Tyler?
You think you're proud? You're proud.
I'm very proud. Look at my.
You're
my
a traitor.
Orders.
You are a traitor.
All right.
Yes.
You did?
All right. So Nick Elms, when you're ready, let's show us Cameron Wilkie.
But you know, if you remember from the anniversary stream, they reworked some things, and they're getting times that are faster now.
Right. I do remember saying that. Yeah.
Because it's all about the afterburner or the boost, whatever.
Hey, welcome back to the UK, where I've got. Hang on, I haven't got an okay. Am I coming live?
So obviously, the Europeans aren't that much better either. Everybody in CIG knows how to make ships and a space game.
Hello.
But not work on audio or video so much.
I've got Wayne, who just won the race. And Wayne, how was your time today?
It was nice. I was quite happy with the overall score. I still blacked out on one of the corners, but other than that, it's been pretty good. Phil Miller's training of depriving us of mince pies has paid off big time.
Okay.
Okay, I've got to find out what a mince pie is and try one of these days.
Your time, your best lap was 45 something.
45 something, which is I'm okay with that.
Just slow and steady.
Yeah. Yeah, just bring it in, just enough to win the race. That's all that's needed.
Okay. And coming up, we're into Star Marine. What are you going to be flying in? Sorry, we're in Squadron Battle, aren't we? Yeah.
Yeah.
What are you going to be flying in there?
We're in Star Marine. What are you going to be flying?
Gladius Valiant.
Okay. All right. We're looking forward to that.
Yeah. New variant of the Gladius, so yeah, it's going to be good.
All right. Cool. Well, Jared and Tyler, back over to you.
So new variants.
All right, Cameron.
But they're not really that new. Just a little bit of weaponry changed up.
I love you,
Paint
Cameron.
job.
I love you.
That's it, right?
That's Cameron Wilkie, guys. He is our events manager.
Yeah, the standard loadout's a little bit different, and the paint scheme's a little bit different.
Right, so it's really a new ship or anything.
Super nice guy.
Right, and that's why there was a whole big discussion on the forums about they need to standardize what they're calling a variant or a kit or a BUK.
Exactly.
Or whatever.
Yeah, I mean the Valiant's just a paint job with like 3 changes.
Tyler, what's
And they're not even major changes.
We've completed one event. Who's ahead right now?
You were right when you said you were not math. Right now, we've played one match in Europe 1, so it is 25-0. However, if you don't feel like watching the next part, you don't have to, because Team USA is going to win. It's going to be 25-25.
That might be
So mince pies are.
But okay, so again, we're in a Recommander. We're getting ready to load into Squadron Battle. Getting ready to load into a
lot of the new ships that are coming with patch 2.6. They'll be flying as well.
Let's talk about those. We've got the Hornet. The Hornet Wildfire. Hornet Wildfire. We've got
Saber Comet, which is my favorite. I love the camo with the blue. If you can't tell, I'm repping the blue today.
You are repping the blue today. We have the Gladius Valiant.
Yes, and then the Avenger Renegade.
The Avenger Renegade.
Yes.
And
I don't think anybody's going to be flying the 85X in this.
Probably not in Squadron Battle.
I don't think that would work very well. And if they are, I'm going to be very disappointed in them.
All right. So we are watching folks load in right now. We will be switching to the match momentarily. This is Team USA.
It definitely needs some more articulate people to do these streams.
You mean all the way through, from beginning to end, including Chris?
Team USA. Well,
yep.
Yes. Absolutely agree.
I'm just going to go there. Team USA didn't even realize that UK was practicing when they found out. They went hard.
They should hire me. I can
so
carry a
as
full
the
sentence.
Folks are loading in right now.
like
We've
they're about ready
almost
to
got a
go.
full complement of players.
Yeah, but you have to actually
This
show
is
your
again,
face.
for those of you who
I don't
are
have any
just
problem
joining
with
us,
that.
for the RSI Cup, which will be
As long as I don't have
awarded
light shining in my eye,
All-Star Citizen
Well, guess what?
so
That
I,
light shining in your
so
eye.
I can at least see.
winning team for all
Either that, or I can just close my eyes and
Actually
talk.
empty slots underneath.
That would
so
work.
For future tournaments, you know, still we can update it. So
Okay. All right. Nope. Okay. All right. So right now we're having some technical problems. We are going to get ready to go one more
Wait,
time.
CIG
to Ben Lesnick,
having
who's
technical
gonna talk to
problems?
you a little bit
Fine.
about what's going on with our holiday.
Surely you
our
jest.
holiday activities. So Ben, take it away, sir.
Hey everybody, hope you can hear me this time. I did want to talk a little bit about some of what we're going to offer in the Voyager Direct store after 2.6 goes live, because we've got a whole bunch of weapons this time around. There's 2 new ship guns and more missiles and missile racks than I can count. If you've checked out some of the weekly newsletters we send out, and by the way, let me move that aside, if you have not checked out
Also,
the weekly newsletter, do.
knowing
We
their
have, in the
history,
past, 2
with how
months,
many
totally
problems they
revamped
have
these.
in the past,
There's
every
new
time they do one of these
Star
live
Citizen
streams,
stuff for each one.
you would think they would have
newsletters
things
are
prepared ahead of time.
One of the best ways to get information about the game. Anyway, if
I
you
mean,
follow
wouldn't
the
you?
newsletter
If
last
you know
few
there's going to be a
months,
problem
we've
every
got
single
a
time,
couple of the missiles.
wouldn't you have
They're
something
out of the
prepared for
loop
those
in the UK,
problems
and
that were going to
they're
happen?
Beautiful. They're a lot of fun. So there's going to be all sorts of
Instead of,
toys
oh,
to
look,
play
we're
with
having
in
technical
Voyager
difficulties,
Direct.
we'll just continue to sit here and talk about how cool we are until we can hopefully
Racer
fix it.
already. That's our cool new racing ship. I want to let you guys know that there are not 1, not 2, not 4, but 3 entirely new Star Citizen in-universe brochures available on the website right now. We did for the Herald. We've got an advertisement for a company called FTL Couriers that uses the Herald legitimately.
We've got
not a
the
pirate
Carter
book.
Pillar.
So we wanted to show what the Herald is actually used for in the Star Citizen world before more nefarious folks get their hands on it. We've got sort of a traditional racing team brochure for the Misk Racer, and then for the Drake Caterpillar.
No, Carter
we've
Pillar.
done, I say this every time we do a brochure that's a little different, but I truly, truly mean it. And I can't take credit for this idea. It was our fantastic lore group.
Wait,
we
the
did
Caterpillar
How
is the
Things
Explorer
Work book.
variant of the Caterpillar.
Sort of like you would see at like a library or like a kid's book where they show how like tractor trailers and such work. So for the Caterpillar, we did this booklet of how the Caterpillar works. It's a big working ship in the Star Citizen universe, so it's got cutaways.
So it was a
again
fighting
Paul Jones'
transport,
work team in the UK.
and now it's nothing
Wonderful
but a
job.
cargo
It's
ship.
an absolutely beautiful booklet.
But that's it.
Misk
Just
Racer
it's a
itself
semi now.
Is really exciting to me because it's a ship we
I may end
started
up having to get
working
rid
on
of
earlier in
mine.
the year, and one of those ones we're not allowed to talk about that sometimes get leaked a little bit occasionally. So you may have known the Razor was coming, but we have a whole range of these ships that I was lucky enough to help put together. Razor is the very first one, and there's going to be half a dozen or so in 2017 that I'm really excited to share with you guys, because other than interacting with the community, the most exciting part of my job is thinking up spaceships and then seeing much more talented people actually make them. So it's going to be a good year. Well, let's...
Poor Ben. He's so awkward.
So that is everything that's available on the site right now. We're going to do 2 Q&As for the Misk Racer
I want
next
him
week. in a
and
standard
Tony at a
format.
bar
We'll get
and just sit
questions
there
out to
all
the
night.
devs. They may be a little slower coming along because folks
You mean
are
fall
headed off
asleep?
for the holidays, but we will get your questions about
you
this.
can see how animated they get about what they want. Like
cool thing
talking
about the
about.
Racer is this is
Can you imagine just
all
going to
of
a
the Star
bar from
Citizen
happy
ships.
hour
We've got,
on, just
we've got the Mustang
relaxing,
Gamma,
talking
we've
about
got
it?
the Mustang Omega, the
That would be pretty cool. That's why our citizens are so
M60.
successful.
They're all racing ships, but they're all
Well, they're both very
adaptations
passionate
of
about their
existing
job, no
existing
doubt.
ship chassis,
They're just
or
not
in the
very
case of the
good on
M50, it's a
camera.
dual role because it's intended to be sold as an interceptor also.
Well, I mean, you know,
really
for
cool
Ben,
thing
this is
about
a
the
dream
Misk
job
Racer
for him
is
because he was
that
a fan.
it's designed from the ground up as a racer. This is a ship that was intended to win, and next year we're going to have the 2947 Murray Cup, and Misk is hoping to place. So with that, we're going to go back to the game.
Thanks, Ben. That's a lot of information ready to go. So we still have our players readying up.
Oh, at least they're not in the middle of it already.
We'll be ready to do the biggest.
Hell, by the time they finally got us back to them last time, they were on the last lap.
No, absolutely. And one of the things I'm really looking forward to seeing is also some of the new camera stuff that we've been mentioning earlier in the stream.
Oh, yeah.
Because we have a couple spectators who are going to be in the game mode as well, so we can jump to them. But yeah, 2.6 bringing a lot of new camera controls and.
Oh, I'm here. The game is starting. Let's take a look here right now. There we go.
See what I mean?
So we have players starting their positions. They haven't
I think you're heading
engaged
by about
yet.
5 seconds.
They're in the feeling
All right,
out
Team
portion.
USA.
I'm on.
down.
Here's Matt Sherman filling
I'm
in
on
for Vinny
Twitch.
Sinatra, who went down with a terrible stomach
So
bug.
am I.
Vinny, we're all thinking about you.
Now I'm in the game.
He's looking for target there.
Oh, wow.
Obviously, he's discovering that new afterburner system, which is dangerous in a map like Dying Star with all of these asteroids. So he's got his missile lock. Is he going to do anything with it?
Probably get a little bit closer.
All right, let's check in with.
Wait, he just said Dying Star. I thought they were playing Broken Moon.
Melissa Estrada herself. Oh, and there's Mickey. Mickey, you may remember from one of the Around the Verse.
This is Broken Moon. Why did he say Dying Star?
Hosted Around the Verse for the first time her second week with the company.
Are you serious?
Yeah. So she's there. She's trying to get missile lock. There's a missile cam. And looks like somebody knows how to use
Fun fact about her: she's actually closely embedded with the character art team. Helps them a lot.
Yes, she does. All right, now we're going to check in with Colby, Mr. Meantime himself, here at QA in the LA office here.
Just take a moment to appreciate his face. That is a game face.
He is good, as he is engaged with Andrew Maudsley. Now, Colby is flying a Hornet Wildfire, and it looks like Andrew Maudsley is being chased in his Avenger Renegade.
Oh, we got to see a little glimpse of the new pickups that are in patch 2.6.
But Colby, look at the look on his face. Andrew Nicholson took out Colby. He does not look happy about that. Let's check in on New Blood here. Andrew Hernando found one of the fuel replenishments. Now, one of the things
actually
that
getting in there.
He is. One of the things that separates Arena Commander from life in the Persistent Universe is the gamified nature. This is a game within a game, so it has lots of pickups that you can get after you've
Wow, look at all those
dispatched your
pickups.
enemies.
Perfect
You
view
can see
of
on the
them right
screen
now.
now. You can see ammo
That's pretty
pickups,
cool.
Ammo repair.
repair pickups, missile pickups, all kinds of things which are necessary to remain effective inside a game like Arena Commander.
Absolutely.
I do kind of like the fact that they gamified it.
Yeah, he's getting better. He's getting
Melissa Estrada actually was in the Austin, Texas studio for a long time.
Because people keep on saying, "Well, wait a second. How is what do you mean Arena Commander is a game within a game? That don't make any sense."
Close with the engine team. She's very good at our editor.
And looks like she's got somebody actually just
looks like
stalking him.
ProSalt. That's Eric Pietro in the LA studio, another QA tester.
So it does not look. Looking at her helmet, it doesn't look like they've changed the helmet for this to match Star Marine and the PU at all.
Come on.
You notice that?
I think she's disabled his ship too.
Yeah.
Either that or he needs to learn to fly.
So let's check in again with Andrew Hernando here. He's got Idris in his sights here. Now, Idris is a member of our Manchester team.
I can't say it enough. I am proud of him. I mean, we keep cutting to him, and he is right in the action. I expected him to hang back. I mean, he's new.
Yep, and he's always tracking down those power-ups.
He really is. He's utilizing the pickups.
He got so many power-ups we can't even tell what he got. Missiles, repair. Good job, newbie.
So, it kind of pains me to say this, but let's talk score real quick. Right now, Team USA at 11,435. Team Europe over 6,000 ahead with 17,600 and climbing.
Team Europe. Let's check in on one of our observer cameras here. Here is a lovely
beautiful. Yeah,
here's a lovely Avenger Renegade. Off on a leisurely stroll throughout Dying Star here.
No, also the VFX for the thrusters in the back are also new to patch 2.6.
Oh, yes, they are. Good call. Let's check in once again with our UK staff. Here's Andrew Nicholson. Now, Andrew Nicholson started life as a QA tester.
He did. He actually was leading QA in the UK, but he moved on, and now he is a designer.
Now he's a designer.
Recently responsible for the key bindings overhaul we had, so please send your complaints there if you have any. Not us. No, just kidding. Love you,
looks
Andy.
like he's having a close encounter with that asteroid. Glad we
did
got
not
that
work
on
out
camera.
for him.
Sorry,
That did not
Andrew.
work out
Sorry,
for him.
Andrew. Let's check in one more time with Matt Sherman here. Matt Sherman subbing in for Vinny Sinatra.
He is stone-faced and focused.
Now, Tyler, once again, you know what they're playing for. They're playing for nothing short of immortality.
Well, and 25 points. Don't forget that.
Well, the 25 points are heading towards their immortality to get for their chance to have their name emblazoned on the RSI Cup, awarded to all of our backers for displaying in their hangars for all time.
Absolutely. So we've got just over 15 minutes left. Team Europe is still holding that around 6,000 point lead, but that's nothing. I mean, we've seen 6,000 points change in the matter of 30 seconds. It just matters on on if they're really getting in there or not.
Let's check in one more time with our UK team. Here's Mickey Oliver one more time. She just evaded a missile. Fantastic job, Mickey.
Looks like they redid the shield hit. Looks a lot better.
Yes, now Andrew Hernandez has been doing a fantastic job picking up the prizes. Now, we're following Melissa Estrada right now, and I have a fun fact here. It says Melissa Estrada is obsessed with cats, and her life's ambition is to hug every cat in the world.
Do you know where that phrase came from? I want to hug every cat in the world. That was actually from the first episode of Witch Glitch that we did. I introduced them all. She sat to my right, and she was supposed to say a one-liner, and she said she wanted to hug all the cats in the world.
Oh, and she just took out Underscore. Now, Underscore...
And immediately grabbed the pickups, too.
Underscore might be known to folks. Underscore was a member of the community who recently joined the team.
Mr. Bryce Benton. He's also my roommate, unfortunately. I mean, he's also my roommate, period. Great guy. Absolutely great guy. He actually works really close with the DevOps team. He's being trained by Jeffrey Pease, does a lot of stability work, focuses on crashes, and works with the engineers.
Right now, we're following Tyler Tomlinson as he is stalking Wayne Owens. He had Steve Brennan in his sights before, but he decided he found a more attractive target.
Definitely looks more fun than it was before.
Well, Tyler, this is your chance.
Definitely slower. You can see that there is a... You can see the speed change, and it absolutely makes the game... Look how easy it is to follow somebody now.
He's moving in, missile locked.
That really is a whole lot better than the whole high-speed jousting that we were doing before.
That is some Braveheart stuff.
Or circle strafe.
Yes, or the circle strafe, yes.
Fantastic focus
intimidating.
Face. He is stalking meantime our own Colby Snyder here in the LA office. I wonder if Colby even knows he's there. Let's check in on Colby and see what Colby's doing. Nope. Colby's not even aware he's there.
Now the big question is, will you be able to fly?
No idea Wayne is behind him, just picking up. Oh no, they're actually in Justin now. He's found Wayne now.
It looks like Mickey just died in the background.
Is it Colby or Wayne? Who's going to win this dog?
The tracers look better too. See how you can see them actually bending on screen?
And it looks like Team Europe
That's a lot better.
Grown their lead up by about 7. Oh no, more than that.
Oh, what is this?
10,000 right now.
Is that the new Gladius?
Just over 13 minutes.
Let's check it on this Gladius Valiant. Gladius Valiant's looking for somebody to fight. Oh, but he's down a wing. That's unfortunate.
Oh, he's down more than a wing.
That was perfect. That was a perfect cut.
That was Mr. Wayne Owen.
Absolutely.
I would check in one more time with Matt Sherman.
That looked like it was the Hornet Ghost that we were on a moment ago.
That's definitely new graphic effects on the front of that.
He's saying, I've got a saber.
That's not bad. You see the new glow effects on the front of that saber when it's shooting? That is really cool looking.
Oh, he's getting there. You see the VFX on those cannons also new to patch 2.6. I really like them.
Checking one more time with Tyler Tomlinson. Tyler Tomlinson, he's tracking down Shamaros.
Yeah, that Gladius variant looks a lot better. It really does.
And we have a fun fact for Ray Warner. He says he bangs his head against the wall to burn 150 calories an hour. We'll see if that's
that makes a lot of sense when you talk to him. That makes a lot of sense.
Check in once more time with the UK here. We have Andrew Nicholson. He's on Pro Salt's tail again.
I love the face paint. He's got the UK on his cheeks and Frankfurt on the forehead.
Well, this is a unified Team Europe effort.
It's an international competition.
So Pro Salt can't do anything to shake Andrew Nicholson. Andrew Nicholson is just on him like white on rice, which is not to say any insult to those lovers.
So it looks like most of them are running with mouse and keyboard.
Yeah, they're not all going to
should make you feel good.
Like that,
I'm sorry. And they can't see me looking at you like, what?
Yeah, but the question is my mouse what's causing the whole issue?
Get another mouse.
I've tried both.
Oh, and he went head
well, I'll buy you one.
And Andrew came out on top.
I'll buy you an actual, real, honest-to-God gaming mouse. Something that's made. In fact, I actually have one here. I've got one I can send you. I've got a Rocket Knife. Completely amazing fucking mouse. Seriously. Look it up and do some reading on it. See if you want it. I'll send it to you.
One more time, Team Europe has the lead in the entire competition. They are up 25 points, but Team USA is
very, very cool mouse. Seriously.
They really are.
And I've got all the accessories for it.
About a little under 5,000. The points are going up fast though, so there's a lot of combat taking place right now.
Colby has decided.
I'll even clean it up for you. Make it look pretty.
Just closed a lot. We're within 3,000 points of each other right now. Come on, Team USA. I believe.
Now, if I'm not mistaken, matches in Arena Commander end when one of two conditions are met. When either the time limit counts down,
I have to say, the Arena Commander combat looks really fun now.
I believe that is correct.
That is very smooth and
halfway through this match.
Yeah, I'm pretty excited about that.
See, you say I don't know.
2.6 might be a lot of fun.
Oh, wait, no, what's the saying? A broken clock is right twice a day.
So am I.
Or is it once a
All right,
day?
so we're checking in with Melissa Estrada here. Melissa Estrada is looking for somebody to kill. Looks like she's found an underscore.
They're basing your guesstimation blood. They're trying to get everything out by the 22nd.
No, not at all. I am fixated on the score right now because Team USA is just over 2,000 points behind. It looks like they may actually catch up.
Switching to Andrew Hernandez here in his Avenger. He has got Idris in his sights. There is a lot going on around that one asteroid.
Idris. Not an actual Idris, although that would be epic.
I wonder if he gets that a lot.
Probably.
Sorry, Idris. Let's see if that's mentioned.
Dude, look at Andrew go. I'm super impressed right now.
Idris's fun fact is that he sometimes gets mistaken for Mark White.
I think that Team Europe heard me warning them about Team USA catching up because they have started to largen. What's the word for that?
Widen the margin.
Widen the margin. There you go. Thank you. This is what I have here.
Okay. Let's check back in one more time with the UK feed. Here's Mickey Oliver in her own Avenger. Who she got? She's got underscore in her sights. Underscore seems to be attracting a lot of Team Europe.
Why? Why does anybody like that Gatling gun on the front of the Avenger? I don't understand.
You know, it's rumored that Underscore is one of the better pilots in the Austin office, so we'll see if you can pull this through for him.
Do I have a fun fact for Underscore?
For Underscore?
Yes, it says his pastime is watching football, and his obsession with Star Citizen led him to joining our team. Also, he's a trained yo-yo judge.
I'll just tell you right now, you don't need to read anything. I can tell you all of his most embarrassing secrets, but I'll save that.
All right, with that, let's check in one more time on Matt Sherman, our own Matt Sherman, technical designer out of the Los Angeles studio. Subbing in for our own Vinny Sinatra, who went down with a stomach bug.
Is everybody on mouse and keyboard? Seriously?
Lives to fight another day.
What is up with that? I mean, tell me none of them use Otis at all?
He's got a glare on his screen. I can't read it.
Oh, it's Idris again.
Oh, he's got Idris.
Yeah, so we have just over 8 minutes left. Team Europe is ahead by just under 9,000 points. It's going to be potentially close.
Team Europe pulling
They
farther
are,
away,
but
man.
I'm not giving up yet, okay? I'm still believing in Team USA.
All right, we're going to check in one more time with newbie Andrew Hernando.
I think Andrew's going to take it home.
You know, he heard us, talking about him in rehearsal. I think he probably went home last night.
No, we were
and
talking
spent
a lot of
all night
crap.
practice.
We were talking a lot of crap.
All night
in rehearsal.
practicing because when we were practicing before, Andrew was taking a scenic tour of the Dying Star map. Now maybe he was doing that to throw people off though.
Yeah.
Lower expectations so we can come in and surprise everybody. We'll check in one more time now with Tyler Tomlinson. Tyler Tomlinson got Shamaros one more time in his sights.
Yeah.
But does he have any missiles left?
Looks like Europe's about to beat the USA again.
He sure does. It's looking like this is getting very close to being over with Team Europe less than 5,000 points away from winning round 2. Earning themselves another 25 points, putting them at 50-0. But let's not get ahead of ourselves. There's still time.
Do we know how to pick them or what? Checking one more time with our own Colby Snyder here. Colby Snyder's picking up
Let's see how the Star Marine works. It's good.
Here.
Team USA needs to be focusing right now on combat. You do not just get points from kills, you also get points for damaging.
And we'll take a look at the UK feed here. We've got Andrew Nicholson. Andrew Nicholson's got Colby in his sights. We have a fun fact about Andrew Nicholson. It says, Jared, I don't like fun facts. Bite me.
Wow.
Okay, now that's a good
Thanks
fact.
for your
I like
fun
that
fact
one.
there, Andrew Nicholson. That's really helpful.
That was very reflective of his real personality, too.
Yeah, that's what you get. See the look on his face right after he died?
Less than 4,000 away from finishing round 2, Team Europe. Well, at least we'll get to see Cameron again.
Wonder if the Saber's still the most overpowered ship in the thing come 2.6. I didn't hear anything at all about fixing its shields.
That we all thought. All right, we are on the last kill of the match, guys.
I believe it is fixed.
And the game
Is it?
is won.
I believe.
Yep. That's it again. Team Europe has done it in round 2. I'm tempted to rage quit right now.
Yep. And we got a graphic here for that. Let's
winner, Team Europe.
See? The pink-haired girl was fighting the whole time. She's not even in there.
All right. And so we'll check in one more time with our friend Cameron Wilkie over in the UK. As soon as we get confirmation that he's on camera, we can see. So Team Europe up 2 events to none for a grand total of you are the math wizard. You are the math wizard. How many points do they have now, Tyler?
Well, they got 25 from the first round, 25 for the second round, so it's currently 53-0. Team Europe is in the lead.
All right. Now let's go to Cameron Wilkie. Let's see. Cameron Wilkie, you guys ready to go?
No, we're suffering technical difficulties. Our apologies. And he doesn't know he can talk yet. He's going to stare awkwardly at the camera, the computer. And around the room. He doesn't know what he's doing yet.
I'm having a little bit of fun watching other people get banned in the chat.
All right.
Oh, what's happening? I don't even have the chat up.
It's Cameron Wilkie here. You're a marketing and events
people being
manager.
idiots.
Of course.
Melissa, who just did a brilliant effort in Arena Commander. Melissa, how was it for
F
you?
this, F that. Derek
bad.
Smart was right.
Do as good as I wanted to, but
Okay.
I got to kill Andrew Hussey.
Oh, so they get rolled pretty hard.
That was very important. I know you were looking forward to that all day.
Yes, I was. We have a long-standing rivalry, and now we're on opposite sides of the continent, or the world, rather, so we can kill each other legitimately.
And today with complete
justifiably.
indiscrimination.
Exactly.
Yeah. And what were you flying?
I was in the Saber Comet.
How was it handling?
Pretty well.
Okay, so I mean, if it's not handling well, you can always give the gentleman to the right of you a bit of a nudge, can't you?
Yeah, I think next time I'd probably prefer it in using a joystick, like with the whole toss on it, and probably make all the weapons fixed instead of having one just.
Aha, there you go. See, that's what I'm talking about. Somebody
Well,
likes
it's good to
Oda.
give it a try today, and it's another win for Team UK. So back over to you in LA.
Thanks, Cameron.
Everybody
All right, so
in this
Europe up
team is
2
so
events to
awkward.
0 for a grand total of
Everybody.
20 points. That means that in the final heat, Star Marine, they only need to win 2 matches. They
Yeah.
win two
And then
rounds of
it's
Star
over.
Marine. They get the grand total of 100 points, and they get immortality in everybody's hangar with a 2946 RSI Cup trophy emblazoned
All
with
right, you don't need to use so many
Team
words.
Europe.
You don't need to use so many words. You're
Team Europe.
clearly rubbing this in. By the way, Cameron, your first beer is on me tonight.
He's definitely earned a beer.
I think
too.
so. I think so.
We owe him a beer. So right now we are waiting for folks to load into Star Marine. Now we are
knew that
playing
was
Star
happening.
Marine tonight on a new map called Echo 11.
Oh, a new map.
We've shown a little bit of it in a couple episodes of Around the Verse, but we haven't gone too in depth. So I'm really excited for people to check it out. The cool thing about Echo 11 is it's I don't even know how to properly describe it. So there's giant asteroids, and you can go on either side or EVA in between the two, and it's really cool.
Yeah, Echo 11 is actually 3.
It looks like instead of having the gravity turn off and everything like they wanted to have in Star Marine to begin with, it looks like every map now has EVA in the middle.
Like the hole in a donut.
You notice that?
EVA area. So
Yeah.
you can actually cross.
I think there are some that are
from 1
full
to
zero
3,
gravity.
from 2
Yeah.
to 1 through the
I hope
not
to
just
at
through the
least-
corridors and through the map, but
Yeah,
a
but
lot
remember
of games
when they first announced Star Marine, they said that the way it was going to work was going to be that you could, go and shut the gravity off in the space station or whatever, and screw everybody up, and they all had to figure out how to do it. But now they said they couldn't do that. So now they have EVA area between
with our team in Europe and
every map now.
Hell yeah. Yeah, you can, there's safe routes to get across the EVA, so there's a lot of strategy that comes into play with this map. It's a larger map, so we're going to be having larger teams. We're going to be doing 10v10. But yeah, I mean, there's a lot of strategy that comes involved. Like if you want to get from one side of the map to the other quickly, you can go straight out into the open, or you can take the safe route. It takes a little bit longer. So I think this is going to be really good. I think it's going to be really.
I feel like they might need to hire people who actually run like
folks
a
are loading in as we speak. As
a
soon as they're
TV
ready to go,
station
we
or
to the
news
live gameplay
programming or
guys.
something.
So yeah, so
game mode.
Well, that's what I was teasing about earlier.
It's called
It
Last
seemed
Stand.
kind of weird to me that we as people have donated over $100 million, and they didn't hire somebody who knows how to do camera positioning and mic miking people up and stuff.
As you capture a game point by
The
hacking
subscriber money
as long
does
as
this
you
stuff.
are the last team that captured it, you own that.
Not
in
the
your points
pledges.
for the
So
crew.
you don't think any of that money goes through here?
The more points that
No.
you accrue.
Yep. Now when
Maybe that's the
Team
problem.
Anvil
Maybe not enough people
posted
subscribe because I didn't.
back during our
Really?
anniversary live stream,
Really? Yeah.
One of the ways that Team Anvil absolutely dominated the Star Marine portion was by making effective use of those capture points and those terminals. Because, you know, a lot of folks, you know, think, yeah, you just run around, run and gun, you know, shoot people. You know, that's all there is to a tactical FPS. But tactics are so important to the emerging Star Marine experience.
You love bringing up the Aerospace Expo.
You have to play the objectives.
No, it's you are absolutely right. That's one of the things that can easily be a downfall for your team. And honestly, even when QA is testing this, when I'm back in Austin, you know, they're getting into these heated battles. Like, hey, we're testing it, but let's really see which side wins while testing it.
Mm-hmm.
The problem is, if people focus too much on the elimination aspect of the game, I mean, you can have 20 kills and 2 deaths, but if you're not capturing the points, your team is not going to win.
I like to hear that a lot.
That's what we did.
Not just about killing each other.
Three guys.
Let me tell you something,
just
okay?
going crazy and engaging you, and we had a small strike team that was just hitting points and points and points. And we're like, don't engage.
I can
just
only
hit the points.
carry so much on my back.
Well, that's why they call you the trash man, right? You're carrying the trash.
You know what? That's why I've said that.
I like your hat.
Yeah. This was an oversight. I thought that this would work better.
All right, we are almost ready, guys. We are watching folks load into the map right now. This is Star Marine on Echo 11. Now, Echo 11 is a real space station that will exist in the Star System universe.
Absolutely.
Just like Station Demian, it exists in the Nexus system. The Nexus system is one of Star Citizen's many game systems that are slated to come online. You can learn a lot more about the Nexus system in the Lore Maker's Guide to the Galaxy series, which is available on our YouTube channel now. And
this is Jared stalling for time.
Precisely the same versions that you're going to see in the Persistent Universe.
Yeah.
Because this is a gamified version. And we hear that we are ready to go. The game is starting. And here we are.
All right, Team USA. Let's
show this works.
Expo right now.
So right now we are following Matt Sherman here on the United States team.
Now, Matt Sherman works a lot on ships, so I'm hoping he has done some practicing.
Now he's chosen to break off from the group. That was
the new vault animation that he hopped over as well. But I'm okay with him breaking off from the group if they fan out and get those capture points. You know.
I don't know about that. Let's check in with Andrew Hernando. Now, see, Andrew Hernando staying with our own Tyler Tomlinson here. They've chosen to assault their control point together in numbers.
Yeah, I prefer to think the buddy system is ideal here.
Oh, but
Michael Blackard, yes. Fun fact about Michael Blackard, he's a veteran console player who acts as our gamepad testing expert for Squadron 42 and the Austin studio.
Did you see that newbie just took out Andrew Nicholson? Andrew Nicholson didn't even see it coming.
Well, yeah, Andrew Nicholson was Team Europe, though. It was well-deserved, right?
He's got that laser rifle.
Oh, Andrew's trying to hack.
Oh, he's trying to hack, but he's under fire.
This is where the buddy system comes into play.
That so important what he just did right there. Andrew broke off from the terminal.
Right here, look at this.
Let Matt Sherman get the cap. Went away and then used a heal. Now, you can bleed out in this game. It's one of the most important mechanics that you have to manage in Star Marine.
Oh, I don't know how many times I've seen that.
Bleeding.
Somebody gets into a firefight, they win, they go to hack the terminal, they bleed out mid-hack. You have to heal.
Oh, I like that.
I mean, it's crucial. And Andrew
wow.
With the use of a grenade.
Andrew Nicholson got newbie back with a grenade.
That was amazing.
Let's check in on the UK right now. There's Wayne Owen.
Wayne Owen, first place in the race. Let's see how he is in FPS.
Wayne Owen is a particularly dark section of the map there. He's got his flashlight on.
He's being much more strategical.
So he's playing the waiting game, camping his.
Did he say strategical?
Colby just met Andrew Nicholson too, and Andrew Nicholson just took him to school,
Colby
dropped him off in the corner.
That's not a word, is it? Strategical?
Wow. Did you just make that up? Did you just make that up? That was. I don't know if I
don't think strategical is a word.
It's better than the brown rice one, though, isn't it?
No, yes, I'll give you that much. Now, Tyler Tomlinson, I know, does a lot of testing on Star Marine as well in the Austin, Texas studio.
All right, so
curious
Tyler
what his
here
weapon of choice is
looks
here.
like he's taken to the
Going to
0G,
DVA.
but this is the EVX. Now he is using the shortcut to go to control point B. So right now control points are pretty. Oh,
that was nice. Came in right behind him.
Yeah, right now Team Europe has the lead with 3 control points. Team USA with only 1. Team USA 59 points. Team Europe 92.
And there's Tyler with the heal. So important in a match like this. All right, checking in one more time with Matt Sherman here, subbing in for Vinny.
Definitely lasers over ballistics. Always.
And you see in the bottom left corner, it looks like he is injured right now, so I don't know if he has any heals left.
And worth pointing out, Team Europe is ahead in this match because once again, they are owning the control points. Team Europe with 3 control points.
You know
Team
what?
USA with only 1 control point. They're not going to win
I
this match
can't even.
with
I
only one
can't even
control
argue
point.
it. It's true.
They're not going to win this match with only 1 control point. Andrew Nando. Now Andrew Nando has switched from the laser rifle to his bearing.
Yes,
and
the
Wayne
ballistic
Owen made him
rifle,
pay for it.
P4AR. That's my weapon of choice.
Checking one more time with the UK team. Here's Mickey Oliver.
Another with the heel.
You got to manage those heels.
I love the new radar as well. The 22.6.
Oh, but
taken
killed while
out.
reloading.
That heel did her no good.
That is never any good. What's
nice.
going on here? Now, look, Team Europe looks like they've captured all 4 control points. Oh, no, they've only captured 3. The readout here is actually incorrect. We will switch to Tyler Tomlinson here.
Now, that camera that we just saw was actually the free cam that is going to be available in patch 2.6.
And Tyler Tomlinson seeing a control point, but he's got folks coming
grenade out. No! He's someone that got him from behind.
Oh, they exchanged grenades. Melissa Estrada with
that is
grenade.
brutal.
Let's check in on Colby Snyder.
Looks really good, doesn't it?
Where are you going, Colby? You going to hack control point D? Is that where you're going?
I think he's just going to hide at this point because right now Team Europe is up by over 100 points.
Colby definitely playing it safe, checking the corners.
About 2.5 minutes left on the clock. This is round 1 of 4.
Nice
So
work.
Well, it could be over a lot sooner than that if Europe keeps this up, though.
Ooh, that lag.
Steve Brennan taking Colby out.
That's hard to play.
Andrew Nando.
Control point lost.
I'm telling you, this guy's growing on me. He's getting good.
So Andrew falling behind a teammate here. There's a number of teammates in close proximity to control point C. Let's see if they bother capturing it.
Oh, getting the ammo refill. Smart. Andrew seems to really utilize the environment with the pickups in the squadron battle. Now the ammo box is here. Oh, grenade out. The grenades are coming back in return, though.
Oh, but he got Melissa with it.
He did. He
got
sure
Melissa
did.
with
The
it.
grenade landed right at Melissa Estrada's feet.
Let's check in with the UK team again. Here's Andrew Nicholson. Now look at this. Team Europe about to
look at their coordination.
So what have we learned thus far?
But their coordination.
Europe knows how to fight better than the United States.
Andy on the control point. I mean, that's how you win.
Team Europe came into the
Not once,
ready to play.
not twice, times.
So Andrew Nicholson going around saying, "I have
And
all the control points."
this is just about over again. I mean,
What is there left for me to
Team
do?
Europe at 230-ish points with 3 control points, while Team USA only has 1 control point at 113 points. Under 2 minutes left, but I don't think we're going to make it until the timer runs out this time.
Now they just decide, do they want to go?
I think I might run to the fridge and get me some eggnog when this match here is over real quick.
Hack point A. With this point, they can go for the 4 cap and add insult to injury.
And it looks like they took it, and you know what this means, right? More awkward camera with Cameron.
Nice work.
I love you, Cameron.
Welcome to the difference between cultures of the Call of Duty Go 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 versus
The tactical, yep.
That is very, very complicated.
I wish you were wrong. Really do.
So
Also, we went right into round 2 with no pause at all.
Say approach control point D.
Wow.
Better heal, Matt.
Now straight back into round
Matt,
2.
you have to heal. Matt has chosen not to heal, and you can see his screen coloring out. Matt was going to die. There was absolutely no way to avoid that. If he hadn't been shot at the end, he would have bled out.
So now that round 1 is over, that does award another 25 points to Team Europe. So it is currently 75 to 0.
Yep.
Now, you know what that means? If Team Europe wins this round, that's it. It's all over.
I really do like the EVA in the middle. I really do.
Directly into round 2, no time lost. But Team USA is...
It gives it sort of another layer. You know what I mean?
They have now split the control points.
I mean, Battlefield and Call of Duty, they got running and gunning. That's no big deal. Throwing grenades, whatever. They don't have flying in space.
Now Tyler Thompson is going to bleed out. He better heal. He's focusing on grenades. He's trying to play offensive. But
Yeah, he is bleeding right now. He needs to heal. If Tyler doesn't heal, he is going to die.
Maybe we'll get to see it.
He's bleeding out.
Looking for a health pack.
Oh, no. Oh, no.
A health pack, a health pack.
He's desperately trying to find something. You see the colors. He's losing color in his screen as he bleeds out.
Oh, that's cool. Look at that, going black and white.
This is vicious. We're just watching this guy
We're
bleed.
just
I feel like I
watching him
should go over there and hug him or something.
That's right. We'll check in on the UK team here.
Oh, come on. You should have let us watch him bleed out. What the hell?
Melissa, she looks like she's on defense right now, holding down point D.
Well, one of her teammates went into that room and paid the price.
Point C, actually. Yeah, see, this is smart, the defense.
Yes, they're playing much more tactically now. They've decided to hold on to their points and try to make the other team come to them.
They got the points first, got a small lead, and they're just holding them. It seems like they're not even going for the third point unless they have a flanker.
Checking with our own Colby Snyder here. Colby, where are you going, man? He sees two of his teammates ahead. It looks like he's going to meet up with them.
All right, sticking with Tune
Now
ahead.
we have 4 members of Team USA in close proximity.
Looks like they're all running around.
Fun fact about who he's following, Tune ahead, that's actually Don Allen. He's another tester who focuses on the PU. But most notably, he's been focusing on our demos that we've been doing for CitizenCon and for Gamescom and all of that jazz. Really awesome guy in the Austin studio.
See, we see Team USA here. They are sticking together, tight formation, moving from one room to the next. They are trying to approach. They are trying to approach point C.
It's not a huge gap right now. Team USA at 96, Team Europe at 128. Both teams have 2 control points and about 3.5 minutes left. And remember, if Europe takes this round, that's it. They also take home the RSI Cup.
And, let's check in with our UK team here. Here's Wayne Owen. Oh, he fell in behind a teammate.
Oh, grenade out.
He's just
grenade
throwing
out.
grenades into rooms now. You never know. You know, it's called fishing. Sometimes you catch them.
Yeah.
Sometimes you don't. I don't.
Nope. That's actually that's not true. I've seen you in some of the FPS playtests. You're pretty good.
Yeah, I was talking about actual.
Why did I just compliment you? I must be tired.
You must be very, very tired. We switch back to Tyler Tomlinson here just as he got a kill on Shem. Wow.
Hey, I just want to point something out right now. Team USA has all 4 control points. They just took the lead for the first time in this entire tournament. Just over 2 minutes. If they can defend,
control point lost.
Yeah,
things are going to change.
Definitely like that new UI in the helmets. Really do.
This is great. But Team Europe is taking back 2 of the control points, but that is okay. As long as, I'm going to say this
It looks more realistic. It makes you think that's what you would see.
Control points, you will win this round.
All right, we're switching over to the UK now. We're looking at Mickey Oliver here. Mickey Oliver.
I don't know how this happened.
Oh, ran afoul of Michael CIG. Here's
I like
Nicholson.
seeing their face plates. I mean, the faces
neck,
in the little windows when they die.
2.5 minutes left. The importance of this.
Every time one of them dies, I always look over to look at their face.
Both teams really.
Andrew Nicholson has realized that Team USA has decided to play the captain.
Just
now.
rejected.
Yeah, they're moving a bit quicker. A little less
Yeah,
strategy. They might be a little worried.
This is a player.
Makes me think they should like turn on everybody's webcam so you can see their face when they die.
Team USA is widening the margin, as you would say.
Actually, you were going to say it. I gave the words.
Oh,
I wouldn't have said it.
you suck.
All right, so now they've split the control points. They've split the control points, but the damage is done.
It
Team
is. Team USA is in the lead. As long as they hold those 2 points, if I were them, I would split up the team 5 and 5, 5 at each control point. I would hold it, and I would take this win.
Now Tyler CIG just became an ace. Hey Tyler, our own Tyler, what does becoming an ace mean?
Becoming an ace is similar to a killing spree in other games. You got 5 kills without dying. So Tyler Tomlinson over there, QA tester from the Austin office, is what they say on fire. And they are defending these points well. There's less than a minute left. I think they're going to pull this off.
Nope. All they got to do is hang on to the
I mean,
control
Team
points.
Europe has to do something now.
What are you doing?
Or never.
He's trying to melee him, but bullets will do. Andrew Hernando with another kill on Melissa Estrada.
Oh no, Team Europe is taking one of the control points. And Andrew's going to save it. Andrew may have just had a game-winning play, stopping Steve Brennan from taking a control point. Just over 30 seconds left. That's going to be it.
Andrew, the
3 points for
hustler
victory.
Fernando. Hustle us all in our
That's it.
That's
Andrew
it.
Fernando
That's
has
it.
won it. Team USA has won round 2. We're going to jump right back into round 3, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah. So we still got
Not
some
bad.
time to go.
Not bad at all.
25 points for
Looking
USA.
forward to that.
We are on round 3 now. Right now, the score is Team Europe with 75.
I'm still looking forward to the
Team
eggnog.
USA with
Now they keep on
25
going. I was
points.
expecting some sort of technical difficulties or awkward camera movements or
We're gonna have a
something.
tie game, and we're going to have to go into a tiebreaker.
Yeah, but they got to win the next. In order for Team USA to
Hold
win
on,
this,
I
they have
feel
to
like
win
you're
the
about to
next
talk some
3
crap.
rounds. Team USA's got to win 3 rounds in a row.
Yeah, you're absolutely right. Right off the bat, Team Europe is a short lead, but it's way too early.
Matt Sherman, he's bleeding out. Nice work. That got Andrew Nicholson, but chose to go mano a mano
All right,
without.
come on,
healing.
Team USA. You need to get C. Team Europe's taking C. They're going to get an early lead, and if they hold it, that's going to be it.
We're now following MVP of Team USA.
Seriously, Andrew Hernando, where did this come from? So Team USA only has one control point.
Let's check
A lot of grenade use going in there.
Here's Melissa. Now, Melissa's obviously taken a healthy amount of damage here.
You know, I've noticed a trend with Melissa, though. It seems like she's always on the defense. She's really focusing on her strategy. I'm wondering if they had assigned a buddy system before this, because it seems like a lot of the pairs are consistent. UK has come prepared.
Now, folks watching at home may wonder where you've seen Melissa before. Melissa was one of our Outlaw characters in our Gamescom demo.
Yes.
Specifically, she was the one that took the brunt of that Freelancer fire and went flying way up into the air.
She was, the one who drove the rover and did that thing over and over as well. Or you may have recognized her from Witch Glitch.
Yep. Matt Sherman went head-to-head with
I also like the
Nicholson,
blend
and
effect on
Andrew
the screen.
Nicholson said, I got face bullets for you.
Absolutely. So right now, just over 5 minutes, if nothing changes right now, then Team Europe is going to take it and be the champions of the RSI Cup.
Tyler Tomlinson, he's approaching control point B. Not meeting any resistance, but did find a friendly face. 2 friendly faces up ahead. So now he falls behind. There is safety in numbers in a game like this.
Absolutely.
Unless those numbers are on top of a grenade.
I love a lot of good grenades being thrown.
Oh, he threw a grenade, but it bounced
and
off
it's
the
rattling
down.
right next to him.
But he was smart enough to get away. Good job, Tyler. Other Tyler, I'm not talking about you.
Listen.
All right, we're switching to Andrew Nicholson here.
Perfect
Andrew
heal.
Nicholson
He almost bled out.
Took a lot of damage
He
there.
did.
But luckily, he had his med pack.
He's still, look at these grenades. They're basically playing catch right now. Oh, here we go.
Oh, Kyle reloading.
That's a bad time to reload.
I don't think that he has any heals left.
You
I'm
should
pretty sure
never come out of cover
Yeah,
and
he's
start
getting
running
out right
up
now, so
when
he's-
you're reloading.
Best decision right now is to rush. And this is another, and he bled out. Again, though, the
About time we get to see somebody bleed out. That's
He used
good.
it earlier, so I mean that's the best he could do in the situation.
Now we're following Wayne Owen from Team Europe. Team Europe, by the way, in the lead, commanding 3 control points.
Yep, they have held it since the beginning of the match. I'm telling you, their strategy with defense is taking this. So a cool look at the new bar.
Look, checking the score, he wants to see how far ahead he actually is. Yeah. It's a player with confidence. Using the EVA system, I don't know where he's going, so we'll go to Vince here. Vince just took out, of course, I say Vince, but this is still...
It says Mayo Fumato.
And again, if you're just joining us, Vinny Sinatra, a member of Team USA, down this morning.
Yes, Vince, if you're watching this from bed right now, we love you, man. Get better.
It's hilarious.
Honestly, on behalf of Team Europe, I'm glad you're not in the match.
Yeah, honestly, that...
Oh, was it? I actually wasn't watching.
Well, no. Most upsetting part to me is he's not...
Yeah, the one guy
but he
glitched
was
out
definitely
trying to
an ace in
EVA.
the pocket.
Oh, Wayne Owen made Matt Sherman pay for it. All right, so here we are with Tyler Tomlinson.
Yes,
Tyler,
put some hearts in chat for Vince. Thank you.
yes, everybody, press F in chat.
Because you know he's watching right now.
F's in chat.
F's and hearts.
All right, Tyler and Melissa going head to head.
Just ripping into Melissa Estrada. She is down.
Fighting for a control point.
I gotta tell you though, right now, 84 to 219. This is a huge gap.
Team USA would have to play on a Jared level.
They would need to
in order
take.
to pull this out.
Oh, shut up, you. They would need to take all 4 control points, but right now I'm feeling like people in Europe are already starting to pop the champagne bottles because it looks like this is just about over.
It's Matt Sherman checking out all the beauty and splendor that Echo 11 has to offer.
Yeah, this is going to be it. I don't think there's a way at this point.
No, this
7
is
points
done.
away. So let's go ahead and give an early congratulations. Team Europe. You're real proud, aren't you?
Yeah.
You're real proud, aren't you?
And that's so now. Congratulations to that. See you. Yep.
This is our final chance.
Wait, why is it the RSI Cup with a space shuttle?
Well done. Well done. That's brilliant. Good job, Team Europe.
Isn't that the original
Well done,
space
well
shuttle?
done.
Yeah.
Team Europe for the win.
Zeus?
The first one that
How you feel
RSI
right
came
now?
up with.
Fantastic. We took
Yeah.
it. Oh, it was round 4. What's going
Oh,
on?
we don't even need round 4. We can just idle by and let them do it. You can just play with one hand while I come around and chat to you guys. Nikki, how many kills did you get in that, do you think?
I think I got 5.
Five?
But I'm working defensively.
I saw you doing a lot of cover as the game went by. I heard you making a lot of calls about covering the team and working tactically there. That was brilliant.
Yeah. We like to. Well, it's the key, isn't it, to work all together to get them. So.
And this map needs a lot of teamwork, doesn't it? Because you've got the hacking system, and you need someone to cover you while you do it.
Yeah, it's very like the layout's very sort of windy. There's a lot of corners, so you've got to make sure that call out to your team where everyone is. So.
And did I see you bounce a grenade around a corner at one point?
Maybe unintentionally.
Well, it works. Whatever you did, you keep it up. You just keep playing one-handed while we chat to the team about the win for Europe today.
Hey.
Andy, how's the game going for you?
It's going well. I am outplaying myself. I consider myself
and the USA at the same time. So,
Of course,
so you're
yeah.
doubly
I mean,
brilliant.
I consider myself a journeyman when it comes to this first-person shooter malarkey, and I'm doing all right.
Now, have you formed any personal grudges? Was there anyone that killed you twice in a row today that you want to take out?
Well, I always want to kill Hesse, but you know,
Everyone wants to kill Hesse. I think that's the theme of today, isn't it?
Yeah, I've had a few with Mr. Meantime. A few grudges with him in the squad battle.
Okay. Oh, well, we can settle those later.
Yes.
Well done, well done.
Thank you.
Melissa, I see we're all still playing here, but I'm just going to come around and congratulate Team Europe on a job well done today.
Thank you.
How did you enjoy yourself? Did you have fun?
I did. I actually did have fun. I don't really play first-person shooters much, but I had a lot of fun playing with
You
everyone
look
here.
like you're enjoying this. So now that 2.6 is out, I think you're probably going to be playing a lot more first-person shooters.
I think so, so I can get some more practice under my belt.
You mean now that 2.6 will be coming out, hopefully somewhere between now and the 13th of January?
Good to see the team win.
Did you have fun?
Yeah, I enjoyed it.
What are you looking forward to most when 2.6 goes live?
Seeing the fans' reaction, see how much they enjoy all the new stuff we put in.
All right. Well, fantastic. Well, look, we had so much fun here today in Wilmslow and Foundry 42, and we're going to kick it back over to you guys in LA to wrap things up. Thanks very much. Thank you for having us.
What do you mean, thank you for having us? You work there. Ooh, this might be good. What do you think? Alien reveal?
I have no idea. Remember, you're about 7 seconds ahead of me now.
Oh, sucks to be you.
Banu.
Yeah. This is the new concept chip. It's only $12,655. That's the Banu Merchantman. It's the new redesign of the Banu Merchantman. Hello, Renegade. You are looking at a game called Star Citizen. Developed by Chris Roberts, who was the... Oh, here's our alien. Okay, so you got to see the back of the alien. This is a game developed by a gentleman named Chris Roberts, who developed other games like Wing Commander 1-4, Freelancer, and a bunch of other games.
The
Vandal fleet has been in existence for quite a while. We actually, if you look online, you'll actually find lots of shots of the initial models available to various people getting into the build. These ships we've kind of taken and we really kind of had to reinvent the wheel on how we would efficiently make these ships. So
yeah.
Previously, it was kind of thought that we could kind of model all this stuff.
Blood Eagle, please be advised that we are being followed.
But the problem
Thank you so much for the follow, Renegade.
when something drops below a pixel on the screen ratio, you get anti-aliasing. So, and when you're making a ship that's completely based around metal, essentially things run a high risk of turning into a beetroot at a given distance. So you can kind of log that stuff out as efficiently as you want to, but it just becomes far too labor intensive. It's really about kind of going back to the beginning and establishing, you know, a more kind of alien look, should we say, for the whole fleet, and really kind of making that kind of foundation filter through to the rest of the fleet. So our hero asset, should we say, for the Vandal stuff is the driller at the moment. Matt and Colin have been working very hard on that and establishing really the pipeline and the work that goes into making that kind of look work. So it's not as black and white as, okay, we've made an Idris and then we go off and make a Vandal thing. The approaches are completely different. The styles are completely different. So you kind of have to have a different mindset.
Definitely looks alien
stuff. So Matt and Colin have been kind of working in isolation for a while. We've tried our best to kind of give them the room and space to kind of establish this stuff, which they have done. I think what you see today will kind of nail that for you.
There you go. So as normal, Nate and his team have done a amazing job there with that beast, which you'll meet at some point in Squadron 42. So UEE pilots are going to have to have their hands full. Anyway, so now we got a glimpse of their ship. Let's sit here and have a little chat about the Vandal.
Yeah.
So we sort of been working on developing the ships themselves.
Prepare to gloss over.
You know, pretty interesting. I think maybe perhaps should we just show a little scale video to sort of see how they line up?
Yeah, absolutely.
First, let's do that. So if you guys can run the scale video so we can sort of see
Yes, Renegade.
how a person lines up to the various
Check this out. Look at this video as soon as you get a chance.
Kind of some of the Vandal ships fall.
2,800 meters. It's a big boy.
There you go. So you kind of have an idea of the range of scales, and of course, we build we build all those out properly, so they have interiors, and you can explore around them. That's kind of one of the great things with Star Citizen. Obviously, two of the largest Vandal ships were sort of shown there.
They're massive.
They're big.
They're huge.
Like, I'm already getting lost on a Starfarer. I can't even imagine going aboard one of those. It's
going to be really, really cool.
Yep, definitely. So anyway, that's the Vandal. We saw a little glimpse of a side shot. We've been sort of working on continuing to refine the Vandal. So do you want to talk a little bit about?
We're currently working not just on the ships, but we're also working on the Vandal themselves. So we're going to throw up some images, and we're just going to talk about the process, a little bit the lore as well. So the first one you're going to see here is one of a Vandal warriors. And so there's some interesting lore with the armor that's going to happen with a Vandal, where some of them...
Blood Eagle, please be advised that we are being followed.
Thanks so much, Renegade. No, appreciate it.
That kind of newer, more green Vandal warriors would be out there with a lot of protection. And then kind of as they earn their stripes, it shows their bravery to kind of go into battle naked in that kind of warrior fashion. So when you see like a Vanduul who's not armored, you know he's been in combat for a really long time.
Look at the back of those feet.
Has mad chops in order to be able to survive that long. The braver they are, the less armor they wear.
Right. So what you're seeing on screen right now, because he's so armored up, is one of the younger or more green versions of them.
Yeah, and I think we're also talking about sort of fusing their arm. I mean, like one of the concepts of the Vanduul is that they don't feel pain the way that we do.
Right.
And also they're able to sort of survive in vacuum in a way that a human.
Yeah, they don't need to wear a traditional like spacesuit at all. They go out there from armor into atmosphere, or from space into atmosphere.
They
without
can survive
needing-
the perils of space.
Yeah, and in fact, I think we've sort of designed this idea of they can withstand whatever they breathe, not necessarily in the oxygen, for a certain period of time in their own sort of like, whatever you want to call it there.
Breathing
atmosphere.
like a camel.
And then if they were going to extend it for longer, they would maybe wear a face mask. But the way their body's constructed, they don't have the same issues that we
They don't
as
have
humans.
the need for a spacesuit or anything
Extremely
like that.
hardy race. Yeah.
Right.
It's kind of like how like whales can breathe very little bit and then stay underwater for a long time. They're the same way in space.
And so we have some more images we wanted to show. So we have some versions of some heads. Here we have another version. So this is one of the ones that you're going to see that has a little bit less armor on it. And so this armor is actually grafted into their skin. So because they can't feel pain, like you said, Chris, this armor is going to be inside of their skin in a way. So it's kind of scale-like, but it's also kind of part of their musculature and their bones and everything like that.
Yeah, really fused into them as part of who they are.
So here we see a little bit of the bioluminescence. We see a little bit of some of that ability to maintain, not oxygen, but whatever it is that they
They look
breathe.
really, really cool.
And that's kind of what that color is.
They do.
And Will, you were talking with me earlier about some of the cool abilities of their language and their lore.
Yeah, as we continue to develop how they talk to each other, part of a really cool idea that we incorporated in is not only do they have their vocal speech, they also use a lot of gestures as well as their body coloring, which they can shift depending to give more nuanced meaning to what they're saying.
We actually, when we worked with Andy Serkis recording this stuff for Squadron, we came up. I mean, we had Britain who developed the Vanduul language for us. We came up with both what they're going to say and also the signs, and then of course we talked about colors. So that'll all sort of come together when you play Squadron and see some of the cinematics involving.
Yeah, Andy was great in helping flesh out those motions and what they meant, and Dave as well, who couldn't be here today.
Yeah.
Hi, Dave.
He's in England working. He's actually editing 3-0 Mission Giver stuff. So he's there. I would like to say in rainy England, but it's been rainy LA today. So
Yeah, recently it's been rainy here as
we're very England-like today. He's been working, and we'll have that all wrapped up by in the next few, early next week. So then he'll be back in hopefully sunny LA by then.
Awesome. And it's one of the things you guys just saw as well, is we had one with a kind of a spear, exploring some of their weapons, how they're going to attack. We've also been exploring, as we get out of the kind of the concept 2D phase into the 3D phases, which you're seeing right here. So more of the armor being grafted into the skin and trying to do some, I guess you could say, maquettes or sculptures that are going to show kind of the pose and the attitude of the character as well. So now that we're getting into 3D, it's nice to be able to start to flesh out that character a little bit further with all the things that we're talking about.
Yeah, and it's a kind of refinement, right? Because we had a version, and we had it in the engine, but we sort of slowly being like, okay, let's add a bit more to this. Let's flesh them out. Let's work in some of their sort of lore and history, and play
And
around.
it's ongoing. So even right now, some of our artists that we've had working a lot with some schools working on the Vanduul we just started recently. So we're continuing to push it, continuing to iterate on it, and make it the coolest.
Like everything.
Yeah, like everything.
We
Just
keep making it better. We try to make it, push it and push it and push it.
Yeah, and get that expression and emotion in the face too, because they're not just monsters, they're thinking creatures. We build these complicated spaces. Right. And we performance captured some awesome performances, so making sure that...
Yeah, that needs to come through.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yes. Yeah, exactly. Do we have any more?
I don't know. I only have one video of a turnaround, but I don't know. Maybe we'll release that later. But yeah, there's a lot of stuff. I'm looking forward to continuing to work on it. I think the video is popping up right now. So again, kind of just showing the pose of the character and getting into what they're going to look like without any of the stuff on them first before we layer all that other stuff.
Yeah. I think it's pretty cool. So it's also one of the aspects that like you were saying, we're working on the different weapons.
Yeah.
The idea is obviously that the Vandal, they're a race that essentially are about combat and war, and they're a very martial race. And so they sort of take the rite of passage and fighting very importantly, and in some ways, maybe hand-to-hand combat for them is sort of the ultimate. That's almost a win for you.
That's where you're going to show yourself off,
That's
right?
kind of why we have these weapons that can sort of juggle both as a sort of energy projectile weapon, but also as a melee weapon. And in some cases, depending on what's happened, you potentially will get, the Vandal, they'll behave very differently than, say, fighting, humans, right? If you're fighting outlaws or pirates, they will fight very different than the way the Vandal will fight. We have some really cool backstory for the Vandal that we're not necessarily revealing all of it here. I don't know if you were going to say something.
No, I was just teasing that I was going to give away the whole entire they're kind of, what humanity knows about them is kind of, mysterious. They attacked us 250 years ago in Orion and wiped us out, and we've been pushing through our systems, and this idea of them like kind of stealing and harvesting resources from these colonized worlds and just grabbing this material to forge into themselves, to forge onto their kind of skeletal frameworks of ships and build them up and keep growing is kind of collecting. And what makes them so hard is that they don't have a unified government as far as we've been able to find out. We've been experiencing all these different separate clans. So even if you destroy one or attack one, it doesn't affect all of them.
Yeah, and I think the thing to remember is, Squadron, the storyline is so big that, it's a trilogy, basically. It's like, one of the Star Wars trilogies, or name the other various things that have, Lord of the Rings or whatever. And so we actually have an overall story mapped out, and a lot of, beyond episode 1, episode 2, and episode 3 is sort of getting more to the heart of the mystery and understanding a bit of the Vandal and kind of their makeup and maybe where they come from, and we sort of going back into what happened maybe a long time ago in this universe, and exploring some kind of what you call precursor aspects of Star Citizen, the universe. So I think that will be kind of a series of So anyway, thought you'd like to see a little bit of stuff. I know we said we weren't going to show any Squadron stuff. We showed a little bit because the drill was there, and we haven't really shown the big Vandal ships yet, so it was actually kind of great to sort of show you where we are. And of course, they're continuing on development and will be bigger and better, but it's a very distinct and different look than the human ones, and I think that's great. And we're going to have the same with the Jean ships, and you've seen a little bit of it with the Tavaran Prowler, where each one of the races has a personality, and as Star Citizen fleshes out, I think that's going to be really cool. I mean, there's a lot of work to be done, so we're kind of starting on the smaller aspect of it, but when it's all done, it'll be really cool. Anyway, we'll be learning more about the Vandal as Squadron 42's development progresses, and we'll be telling you more and showing you more as we go. But for now, that brings us to the end of our show, and to one last special message from our team.
Happy holidays! I'm always surprised by how big our Star Citizen family has become.
It's getting bigger every day. Across the globe, keep growing.
And we're going to stop the show by screwing everything up one last time.
Citizens keep joining to support the project.
Of course, why not?
Yeah, and
We started this way, David. We're going to end this way.
You guys, developers helping us out, making the game, and the backers supporting us, giving us the feedback, supporting financially, but also giving feedback on the gameplay and testing the game for us. So thank you so much.
Yes, thank you very much. And I don't think we would want to do it without all of our guys here and everybody watching and in every part of the globe.
Yes. So, happy holidays.
Happy holidays.
To you guys, and we'll see you in 2947.
Oh, look, this is where this was supposed to be. And one last screw up, just in case. Wait, did we already see this?
I like how on Twitch they went to a subscriber-only mode so that all the mods and everyone else could wish everyone a happy holiday.
Oh, that's cool.
All the crap going through it.
Yeah, it's pretty cool that they did that for him.
Those Vandal ships that were flying next to the driller are pretty cool looking.
Yeah, absolutely. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, so that was the 2016 Star Citizen Cloud Imperium Games holiday stream. And it was good. It was very informative-ish with a couple of problems. Then again, I've never actually seen a Star Citizen stream that didn't have an issue here or an issue there. What'd you think, Sev?
It was okay.
Isn't that what we end up saying about all of them, though, in the end? It was all right.
I think reading from the monthly newsletter, they talked about how they've focused so much on the 2.6 tech, so they didn't have to go back and do it all over again for 3.0 or Squadron 42. So it makes sense that they've been going full steam on trying to finish up 2.6 tech so that they can progress for it they need to.
Yeah, no doubt at all. And I completely understand that. I mean, you know, obviously, it's very easy for all of us to sit around and be armchair developers and talk about how this should have already been out or that should have been done or why are you guys dragging your feet on this, that, or the other thing. But the simple fact is the only people who really know what they're up against are the people who work there. And if, you know, considering that no company that I know of wants to sit on their hands when they could give something to their customers that they told them they wanted to give them, I can't see any reason why CIG would slow down or drag for any reason whatsoever. So, in really, they, they're in the same position as every other company. They want to get the product finished. They want to get their product into the hands of the consumer so they can fix whatever the first round of bugs are and get everybody happy. So, you know, we're in a position right now with CIG where they're getting flack because of how long it's been taking, and people don't understand that the scope of the game from where it was first designed to where it is now is a completely separate entity. And there's a little bit of patience that has to be had. And while we are being patient and while they're pushing on the code and everything, they're also figuring out ways to keep some sort of a money revenue stream coming in, because the moment that people stop buying ships or they lose that revenue, then they're going to be in a position where they have to start laying people off. And right now they've got some pretty big studios, so they need to keep everybody employed.
You know they're going to downsize eventually.
Of course. Probably right after the game's released. But then again, so does every other development studio ever. So the only way that they're going to be able to keep those people, employed is by getting new content that people can buy from them out to the consumer, which is us. Did you get anything new out of the stream at all?
What the racer look like?
Other than the Razor, did you get anything new out of the stream at all?
No.
Yeah, neither did I, unfortunately. I mean, I got to see well, I don't know. We got the fact that they're going to be that we have to do Vandal Swarm again, so we can relearn to get the glaive. We have to do the Pirate Swarm. We can get the Caterpillar with the pirate skin. We got to see the Razor. We were told that there's a big sale going on, and essentially that's it. So yeah, a few bugs, right, Avalon, and a few bugs. We got to see a little bit of issues here or there. We got to see lots and lots and lots of awkward. Got to see lots of awkward camera parts. I don't think that they have anybody other than Sandy and that entire company actually comfortable or looks natural on camera. And obviously, she only looks comfortable or natural on camera because she's an actress. But the rest of them, including Chris, I don't know. I guess he's pretty suave on camera. He doesn't really let anything shake him. But everybody else they always show on camera just looks so awkward.
You should go through the 3 brochures while you're still streaming.
Oh yeah, I guess I could. No big deal at all. Let's see. What do you think first? How about we do the Racer?
Sure.
Well, of course, if it didn't look better than the last stream they did, First Emperor, I would be worried. That's true. Avalon does have a point. Sandy only looks comfortable on camera when she knows she's actually on camera. She doesn't know she's on camera. She's just about as uncomfortable as the rest of them. Okay, so this here is the Misk Razor. This is one of the new shouldn't be any problem. You good? I may be talking a little bit loud. It happens from time to time. So this is the new Misk Razor. It is a new racing ship from Misk. We're going to skip reading all the stuff. And, of course you don't see it. That's right. I was actually switching out. Actually, Avalon, I don't think I have a noise gate on my mic anymore. Let me check real quick. Let's see. There we go. If that's any better. Okay, so this is the Misk Razor, which is the newest F1 inspired ship to come out from Misk. We're going to skip all of the little texty bits. And we're just going to go for pictures. Because they do say pictures speak 1,000 words. You know, from this picture right here, it really does look like an F1 racer with its wheels off. I mean, it literally, if you put axles and wheels on it, F1 racer.
Yep.
That's crazy. So what actually looks like a spaceship about it?
It flies.
I was going to say, the fact that it doesn't have axles and wheels.
Yep. You should have seen all the chat in the official Twitch channel about it's an F1.
It is. They took an F1 car, cut off the axles, cut off the wheels, and then put some engines on the back and said, "Okay, we've got a ship. They'll buy this."
I love the interior. And people are upset that it's aerodynamic.
Wait. People are upset that a racing ship is aerodynamic.
Yep.
Because we haven't done any races on a planet yet in atmosphere with air and stuff.
Isn't it a little bit shorter than an N50?
I don't know.
I think someone said it's a little bit shorter and it weighs half as much.
Let's see. Length is 11 meters. And mass is 69 kilograms, or 6,900 kilograms.
Let me look up the M50 real quick. The M50 is 11 meters long and 1,200 kilograms.
Okay, this is 6,900 kilograms and 11 meters long as well.
So it's same length. It's a lot lighter.
I thought you said the M50 was 1,200. 1,200 or 12,000?
I mean 12,000. Sorry.
Oh, okay,
12,000
gotcha. So, yeah, this is not half close. No. Next, we will look at the Herald. Such an ugly ship, I swear to God. I don't know, Renegade. I guess if they were to tune the wings so that some of them pointed, a little down, some of them pointed a little up, then it would probably give it stability both in atmosphere as well as space. Well, actually, in space it wouldn't matter, but it would give it atmosphere in sorry. Why is this not smaller than this? Ah, there we go. Look at that. There we go. There's the tick. So ugly. So they're talking about courier protection in this brochure. I don't think a courier has any reason to need I don't think courier has any need for the listening devices.
Well, I think towards the end they talk about the 3 different levels because, like, obviously this is for FTL, the company.
Right.
And they talk about 3 different packages for using their company.
Gotcha. The inside of what? The Herald? Looks like they forgot to finish putting it together.
It's a Drake ship.
Of course.
Gotta be cool.
I am glad though they at least changed the data pods a little bit so that the data storage pods actually open up now instead of just being like unclickable. Because my thought was it's pretty damn easy as long as you get the damn thing to stop one way or another. Take the pods off the side. You have all their data. You're done. Here we go. Rapid Express. Data is uploaded remotely to the Herald. So there you go. There's what your listening ports are for. Now we go to the main course.
The Caterpillar.
The Caterpillar.
I can't believe they misspelled that. Actually, wait. Yes, I can.
I was about to say, after watching the live stream, you can't believe that they misspelled Caterpillar. So if you look right here, it actually says Caterpillar Edition. But if I put this up here, check out the name of that. Source Caterpillar _ brochure PDF. Caterpillar. Wait, why does it say Caterpillar Edition? The companion to Drake's premier cargo ship. Are they saying the book is the companion, or the Caterpillar is the companion to? Oh, okay. And does this mean now that all of our Caterpillars are going to be red and black with the Corvalex on the side? Because that's what I'm guessing. Still pissed off that those two things on the bottom aren't guns. Seriously.
Oh, get over it.
They should be guns.
Get over it.
Give the pilot something to shoot. For God's sakes, just one, 2 guns. That'd be huge. I'm going to guess that when it's 2.6, we will not be able to detach the pilot's cabin. Almost guarantee you. I love when they put. I know what they are, Avalon. I'm just telling you what they should be. They should be 2 S5s that at least allow the pilot to shoot forward something. Something. There should be something on the front to shoot for the pilot. Although it does look like there might be a gun on the wingtip over there, across from the pilot.
That's the tractor beam.
That gun-looking thing?
Yep.
Okay, hold on.
If you look at the schematics, you'll see that the tractor beam operator is on that wing.
Oh, I know he is, but I didn't know that was a tractor beam. That doesn't even look like it should be a tractor beam. That thing right there on the wing? That's what I'm talking about. That right there should be some sort of a gun as well. So much hate for the Caterpillar. I may end up having to get rid of mine. There may be no use in me even having one.
Stop your whining.
No, I'm serious. How many times you got rid of your ships?
I just melted 2 and got 2 again today.
There you go.
Why? Because I'm not going over 1,000.
Might get rid of the Caterpillar and buy me another merchantman.
Yeah, but the merchantman is going to be like another year and a half.
Oh, I know. Believe me.
And it might suck as much as you think this sucks now.
Great, thanks. Just take all the fun away from everything. Appreciate that. Oh, this is a nice layout.
That's why I melted my Genesis upgrade.
What did you get rid of and what did you buy?
I had that upgrade from the Carrack to the Genesis.
Right.
So I melted that, the Hull C, and the Cutlass Red, and got the Racer and the hot plate. Why? Because I know the hot plate will be flyable.
I minded, and that's kind of why I have what I have right now. Almost all of my
ships.
ships.
Tractor beam station right there.
Yeah, I know where the tractor beam station's at.
That's right in front of that little
gun. I got that as well, but I don't see how that gun that's facing forward, which looks like it's fixed, could possibly. I don't know. I guess we'll have to see.
I like the fact of putting the Dragonfly in the front.
Well,
so you can sort of see it fit in.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. I was telling Drea now that we can't actually switch out that module anymore, and it's stuck there. I feel like we should probably. It used to Renegade. So my Track IR5 was working, and then put out a patch. The only reason why it was working was because one of the developers there used one, and he kind of added it to the game a little bit. And then they did a big patch where it kind of broke it. And it, at that point in time, no longer supported it. They do plan on making it work again, but it's not one of the big priorities, so it's not a real big thing real quick. I don't know about the workarounds, Avalon. I haven't found one that actually works yet. Yeah, so see, before we had 5 modules to switch, now we only have 4 modules to switch.
Now, don't forget, it grew significantly in length. So those modules also grew in length.
So, okay. So it grew in length, but not because of any reason other than how much cargo they promised us it would hold, and the fact that they changed and messed with the cargo some, which made the size of the whole thing change due to being able to fit the amount of cargo they told us it would be able to fit. So that's not our fault.
No. That's why I pledge for based on the spirit of the ship.
The spirit? Well, according to, in that case, really get rid of my Caterpillar. Because the spirit of this ship is pirate, 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 pirate.
You know, the spirit of the Caterpillar is a modular ship which is primarily focused with freight, but it can be retrofitted for this, and this. So versatility is its spirit.
I will believe that now when I see it, because I was told that it was a battle transport. I mean, it was a little while ago. I'll give you that much. Told something totally different. Aha, okay, here we go. See? That thing on the end does not look like it turns or rotates or moves in any way, so I'm guessing maybe a beam shoots out of it and is able to be controlled by the guy's mind? We have somebody on the stream right now that could tell us whether or not the Caterpillar operator gets to actually shoot anything at all. But he won't talk.
I'm sure the tractor beam can rotate or be gimbal.
I don't know. That doesn't look like a gimbal thing. Look at the screenshot. It looks very, very fixed. I mean, a tractor beam should be something that should be on like a super turret that allows it to point downwards and sideways and move around and backwards, stuff in there, etc. Well, Frankie, the reason why I actually bought the cat was because of how versatile it's supposed to be. But as we move forward, it's becoming less and less versatile, unfortunately. I'm still hopeful.
That is not true.
It is. I'm still hopeful, but I'll believe it in the end.
Take out the module, put in the medical. Take out that module, put in some armor stuff. Take out that module, put in this.
At this point, I am optimistic, but guarded. Truthfully. I love the fact that you and take a shower, safe spot. Oh, in the sink. I won't melt it yet, Frankie, because like Sev was saying, my other ship that is sort of a versatile ship that I can do lots of stuff with is the Merchantman, which God only knows what's completely false.
The Merchantman is purely cargo and bazaar marketplace. That is it.
It can be used for other things. It's a blockade running.
They came out and said it. It is a pure transport ship with an inside marketplace. That is it.
It's also supposed to have negotiation tables. It's also supposed to be a blockade runner. Now, these are their words, not mine.
Yeah, blockade runner is a cargo ship that can just break through any kind of blockade. That's it.
Yeah, but you can put other things in cargo holds. You don't just have to put only cargo in there.
Yeah, but it's not going to be modular or versatile like the.
Oh, I didn't say it was modular. Never said the word modular. You did.
No.
I just said it's versatile.
Yeah, I don't think it's going to be versatile. I think it's going to have its two main features, and your negotiation table is for trading.
Right, of course. But you can take a large cargo hold and you can put a bunch of refugees in it if you need to save a bunch of people from the planet blowing up. Or you can smuggle in a ship that large with all those little nooks and crannies. There's all kinds of stuff you can do.
Don't forget that if you're going to be transporting people, they have to have seats or beds or something.
Maybe there might be a way to be able to snap them in.
Nope. That's the Genesis.
An old hauling myth says it's unlucky for you to enter the Caterpillar through any other door but the foyer elevator the first time they come aboard. Good looking ship. Ish, maybe. Hopefully. At this point, I'll just have to hope it's worth it. If not, it will get you in. It's already missing the guns I want. Oh, first Emperor, I'm done with my stream. I've actually over 8 minutes by right now anyways. Have a good night.
I just found a bird called Angry hovering around.
Yes. Okay, so that brings us to the end of the Caterpillar. And at the same time, that brings us to the end of my stream. Thank you very much, folks, for watching me. This is the end of my broadcast week. I will return on Monday at 7 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, otherwise known as noon UTC. I will be playing God only knows what for 4 hours. Until then, you wonderful people have a great weekend. Stay happy, stay safe, and stay awesome. Until I see you again, ciao.